Welcome to Late Night with SaidFaction.
Guten Tag.
2 weeks in a row.
Or should I say Guten Nighten?
Oh my goodness, I don't have my glasses on. What are people going to think?
Hello, everybody.
What's up? Matty is now. 2 weeks in a row, folks.
I'm here.
But it's all good. 'Tis all good.
I might have been tired.
Let's see here. Said Stevie, fart. What's up? Balrog. Hello, Ground Fog, Marco. Mind of Milton. Narchar, Marcos, Gamma, be up. Hello, Jason Brown. Welcome. Forever and ever. Let's see. Who else is in here? Crazy Roach is here. Paul Mills. Don't you ever call me Steven. Neil McKenzie's here. Of course he is.
Very violent.
Snotrag.
Don't you call me Steven.
Hard to choose which spider coat I want the clip on, Stevie. You can. There's more than.
I run so far.
Much more than just spider coats you can get them on. You can get them for just about all of their bent titanium clips. I think it's about gummy o'clock. Is that where you take your teeth out and give a dude a blowjob? A gummy? What's up, Scott?
It's gummy o'clock anywhere then.
Oh. You know, before you go to gum them down, you should really be applying some Said Stevie lip balm.
You know, Katie wasn't a fan of the cherry only because it reminded her of the medicine, but she did like that container it's in. So that's going to be, if you do the vanilla or whatever, when I get that, she's going to love that.
Very soon. A very fine sandwich. What up, edgy American? Did I miss you, Eddie?
Very, very fine sandwich.
All right, I'm caught up. What up, Palmer? How's everybody doing this evening? I was lurking during Javon's, waiting for a new pizza place opened up, and it was a complete shit show. Called this pizza in. They're like, it's going to be 2 hours. Okay. So I show up 2 hours later. Like, it's going to be like another 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Half hour goes by, and people are just freaking out the entire time. Everybody's freaking out. They're so backed up. And I'm seeing numbers higher than mine going out. So finally, I was being very patient. I felt bad for him, kind of, sort of, but not really. And I finally was like, "Can you check on number 300, please? I've been waiting for like a half hour, 2 hours later." And she's like, "Stevie," she's like, "Yeah, that's bed ready. That's in the warmer." Okay, she's like, "Next time when you come in, just tell us that you're here." And I'm like, "I had to pay for it." She's like, "No, this was an app order." I said, "No." I was like, "Look at my receipt. I just paid for this." She's like, "Well, yeah, just tell us when you're here."
Oh my god.
Okay.
Stevie ain't going back to that place.
I won't. It's decent. It's decent, but it's not. I'd rather be getting pizza from the place my daughter is working at. Nothing is going to turn back time on this mug, Shane. Pizza sounds amazing anytime.
I had pizza today.
You had a very awesome day today, yeah?
I'll be right back. I'll show you guys.
Okay. Him's going to go get something. I am typing. Sorry, not paying attention to this pad. What up, Javon? Deep dish appetizer. It was Detroit style.
So at work, we had a Christmas party. And for 4 years in a row, I've won nothing. But today it all changed when I won an iPad.
Heckins, yeah. What like a newer version iPad?
It says 10th generation.
Oh, they're on like generation 16.
I don't know. This is my first Apple product ever.
No, actually, I don't know. I don't know.
And what's cool is I've been trying to get something Apple related, but I didn't ever want to have to pay for it. But since Apple's so big in like schools and stuff, there has a lot of apps that are geared towards therapists and stuff. So now I can actually use some cool stuff now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I rarely win something, and today walked out with an iPad.
Were there any turd burglars?
No.
No?
But also it's about to get real nerdy up in here. And I don't even care. I hung out with some friends and they played some Magic the Gathering. So I decided to treat myself.
So what?
Magic cards.
Oh.
They made some that are Fallout themed.
Whoa.
Which is one of my favorite video game series.
Yeah. And it's a magical game?
It's a magical.
Heckins, yeah.
Yeah. So
Man, I gotta say it was a good day.
I will not shut up. I said I would carry no shame with these. Any shame felt is on your guys'
shame
side.
in the game.
Also, I don't know what this is. I got a package that just says Mattisfaction on it. So
What's
I don't
it
know
look
what this
like?
is, but I'm gonna open it. And yeah, like I said, no shame in the game.
Is there Shane in your game?
There could be Shane in the game if he wants to play.
Well, I sent him a link. I think we're missing some music.
Heck yeah, Terry. But yeah, I have this little package from Amazon to Mattisfaction. I'm guessing it's a shirt or something.
Why?
It's squishy, like a shirt would be. But I was also going to open this tonight. Mr. Eddie made the other whaler that I ordered.
The what?
Another whaler.
That's
so
it. That's his knife?
About
The
this
whaler?
one.
Oh, right. Nice.
This is the other one. I'm going to open this one. I don't think he used enough tape, though.
Joe, they're all fogged up from my Christmas being ruined from all the crying I was doing.
Some lights on the Goodyear blimp. I am the Goodyear blimp. Second part should be there tomorrow. Oh.
Oh, I left that out on the table. I was going to grab that. I'll grab that a little bit later.
Okay, well, if there's a second, Marcos, thank you. If there's a second part, I'll wait. I can't do Wednesday. I'll do a video. It'll get its own little thing then. We'll do its own video. I forgot to post my video today.
Why don't you have them scheduled?
Because that requires skill. And this has 0 skill.
Well, you're supposed to be putting out the effort to get the skill. You're making it more effort on yourself. It's easier.
Touché.
The beatings will continue until morale improves, Matthew.
I'm going to open up this package then. This one.
Javon, Kyle, Shane, I sent you links if y'all want to. No? No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I thought maybe you might want to, if you guys aren't doing nothing, feel free to come on up. We can make it a shit show tonight, too. We can definitely do that.
It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game. Time to play the game.
I'm not giving this away.
What? Oh, I thought this was a giveaway.
No. So this whaler, as most of you should know, I've said it before.
For your mama?
That's from it's for a person that my mother knows. Here's the other one.
Is it for your future stepdad?
No. Here we go.
Whoa. Well, what if you taped them together and it was like a full...
With this?
Yeah.
I could do so much more kitchen cutting.
Whoa. Whoa. No, those are awesome, dude.
Looks like an arrow.
Let's see that again. I'm messing about, but
I will hold it like that though, so you guys can see scale differences.
Now he's forging that steel, right?
I believe so. Everything he's doing, actually, he's right there. He heat treats it himself. He grinds it himself. He shapes it. He made the scales. So mine's the bottom one, and then the top one, I asked him to make it look more like it'd be used on an old whaling ship, more antique. And
more authentic.
What?
I don't know.
Dick?
What?
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 Yeah. Mr. Eddie, he has such a cool design.
Oh, God, what a push this.
So I'll be sending this one off really soon.
Fedward, what's happening? Those are very nice.
They're even different. Mine's a bit more spiky down here. He did this one more round. He curved it a little bit more, so it's even more kitchen preppy.
Is that what that's intended use is? Is a kitchen knife?
Yeah, he could really use it as a kitchen. I don't know what it... Like, he designed it. Goondocks. That's why I call it the whaler. It looks like an old harpoon. He pounds them to shape and then grinds after cooking them. But the design is perfect for the kitchen. Slicing. I mean, you just put your finger right there. He's got a cool design.
Yeah.
And it does look like it's, you should be singing some whaling songs. But yeah, so this one's mine. This one is for the other person. And I think if you ask, he'll make more. But they're awesome. It was an accident that turned out like that. Okay.
Who, Matty?
I mean, it is what it is.
What was an accident?
I think the shape of it.
Oh.
Pocket
You
metal.
accidentally made something? Whoops.
Yeah, these are really cool.
Cheers, Jesse.
He does a good job. And they do come really sharp.
Brian, the F is for funky.
And he does have the tiniest stickers.
What up, Mitten State EDC?
Shane. If you want one though, I don't know how do you just hit up Mr. Eddie.
The Whaler, it was an old scrap that I had and made it like I can't read without my glasses.
And people seem to like it, so we kept doing them.
Oh.
As soon as I saw it, I immediately asked for one. And Sharif did too. Sharif has one. Where is Sharif, by the way?
I don't know. I do not know.
Open it? Okay. You know what? While I'm magnified, let's open it. Where did I put it?
Also, Jesse. Where'd Jesse go? Jesse, I just was introduced what cold starting means by the Beard of Doom. Holy moly.
I'll let you guys see first.
I don't need the rappy.
Oh,
I
heck yeah.
just need to eat hot dogs.
Marcos, yes!
What up, pocket metal?
Yeah. I might have to. You know what? I'm gonna wear this on the update. I think.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I got a couple of cool things from Marcos earlier too.
Yes. Thank you, Marcos. Yes. Yes.
I said on Javon's live earlier, raise your hand if you got a call from Pocket Metal at midnight while he was taking a shit and painting this week. Anybody else out there? Was I? And it was totally cool, but yeah, it was like I'd have to go back and look. Maybe it wasn't midnight, but I think it was like close to midnight. And we talked for like something like 45 minutes or something.
Is this like a fat joke?
The size of a 5x7. Ooh, I thought that was a slur for a second.
This is a very, very fine hot dog. I do want to talk about hot dogs for a minute.
Okay, it was 11 o'clock. It wasn't midnight.
Yesterday we tried a new hot dog, just because. It was from Oscar Mayer, but it had chili and cheese within the dog.
What's up, Kathleen? Yeah, you know, I'm not usually a fan of those kind of things.
Yep. It was on sale for like $2.99. I was like, let's do it. I bought Nathan's, a bunch of Nathan's to go with it. I will say it was pretty good. But the pièce de résistance, you're not going to like it, but I don't care. The world needs to know about this. This stuff right here. Creamy dill pickle mustard spread. This tastes good in cereal. If you guys have not tried creamy dill pickle mustard spread, go do it. No. This should be, it's time to play the game. See, patina, thank you. Narchar, yes. This stuff is liquid gold.
Y'all are stupid.
It's delicious. I think it might be a mayonnaise base. Mayonnaise. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't leave this on the desk. But man, right here, I have that cream fried corn dogs. Those are good.
Green fried corn dogs are awesome.
This would be delicious on them. You guys can tell me no, but your body, it's probably still telling you no, but you should try it anyway.
It might be the day after for him, but happy birthday, Gons.
Gons! Moral of the story is you guys should try this dill pickle mustard spread. Renee! One of my wife's coworkers gave her some garlic pickles and dried basil from the garden. Oh, yes. Garlic pickles are amazing. Homemade ones, though. Now, that would be... See, I love pickles, but I love them when they got a crunch to them. Mr. Eddie, come on. Ye be hunting that whale, when all along the whale was the mustard creamy stuff you have met along the way. Mikey did it.
I've been wanting to make some mustard.
I've never tried to make mustard.
It's not hard.
Pickles. Sorry, knife that.
Mr. Eddie, don't say such things, man. Bro, you gotta break future. Don't say that kind of stuff. Come on, dude.
The shape is the only thing I like about pickles. Mustard pickles are awesome, yes.
You know, the pickle that I did eat that I thought was good was a mustard pickle.
Yeah. Pickles and mustard are like peanut butter and jelly. They're just right there. I think that's why that mustard creamy dill pickle spread, delicious.
You don't have to do that, Jesse.
Oh, do it. Okay, so fun fact, but also in my opinion, truth. There is the individual pickles, but there's a Rick and Morty one. The one that's Rick is probably the best tasting individualized pickle up there.
Why?
I don't know. It's crispy. It's got a good, like, maybe it's the dill? I don't know. But
it's all about that dildo.
It's all about that dill. Unfortunately, when you type in Pickle Rick, of course you're getting Pickle Rick. Okay,
why is that so unfortunate?
Because I wanted to show the food. Here you go. Let me present this right here. Van Holten's Rick and Morty, but the Rick one. There's something about it. It's delicious.
I did it, y'all.
What happened?
I did it. Let's see what kind of mood Ed is in. Hold on. What up,
Hello,
Shane?
Shane.
What's up, guys? I don't know who that was. Just calling my phone, but
That was
probably
me.
too late to be calling me.
That was me.
Oh, was it you? Oh shit! I got mute. I'm sorry.
Warm wind, hello.
My bad.
Ron Crow, good evening. Shane, what's your stance on pickles?
What about pickles?
Yay or
Check
nay?
that message, Shane.
I only eat sour dill pickles.
That's fine.
I'll
Yeah,
eat-
those are the best.
Butter stuff like the dill chips that come on a hamburger. I buy a large jar of them, keep them in the refrigerator door. Middle of the night, there's nothing better than going there and just forking. Like
Nothing? There's nothing better
At
No,
2
there's
in the
literally
morning,
nothing.
than a
Four,
midnight
five
pickle?
Cold pickles. Yeah.
Nothing?
Nothing.
There's nothing.
Stevie,
There's no
he'll
better
never
option
understand,
than that,
Shane.
Stevie. I don't have any better
Mm.
options at 2 in the morning.
Stevie will never understand. But yes, I agree. I don't like the sweet pickles.
No,
Bread
it's
and
not.
butter ones are gross.
No,
But the
Kosher.
sour,
nasty.
bitter, I like them crunchy.
Yeah.
Grillos twisted. I did try Grillos.
I can touch my lips with a kosher pickle and instantly just start spitting it out. I can't stand it.
I'm free.
Cool
Yeah,
story,
that's-
bro.
It's not crap. It's the basest.
Shreve, do these glasses make me look smarter?
No.
Not with you not wearing a shirt. No.
You were going to say that. If I had a shirt on, you think the glasses would look?
Oh, we all wearing glasses? Boom.
Maybe
Yeah.
with a button-down shirt.
Not a pickle, Joe. Like 8 slices. You jam it down all the way in the bottom of the jar to see how many pickles you can stack up on the fork.
It's time for genius party, yeah.
Eat them all at once. Charlie
can
fried
have-
chips are delicious.
I'm already 30 seconds in and I already regret inviting you.
You regret inviting who, me?
No.
I'm sorry, I'll go.
You go nowhere, Shane.
I'm just getting my phone to see what Stevie sent me.
Did you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
know that blade steel means nothing and has no influence on anything ever?
That's why I came in here, Matty. Actually, I got an idea, Terry.
Here we go.
Terry, I got an idea. Not everybody's going to be up for this, but how about we start our own league of Dungeons and Dragons where you you level up your blade steel, and that's where you get your powers from. You know, and then like when you max out, you'll be at like 15V. You'll be able to destroy Matty and his silly D2 sword. And what do you think?
I've
That is
never
the
played.
nerdiest shit I've heard in the
Yeah.
longest.
That's not nice. Nerds are people too. Nerds are taking over the world, Sharif.
I showed
Bro,
up 2
I'm
bars
a
of
nerd,
magic.
but that out-nerded me.
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm in as long as my character revolves around the steel of whatever this hot dog knife is.
Yeah.
I'll be the supreme wiener. Start at 15 HRC. That's probably what this wiener is.
You just start out with like some 3 CR dagger. You have to fight your way up.
Number 1 Pakistani best Damascus. Cleveland's ballpark mustard. I'm gonna write that down, Ron.
Rocky C.
Rocky. me.
That was
I like
everybody.
that Marcos, I think it was, said that Shane looks like sperm with glasses, and that's all I see now.
Thanks, Marcos.
Can you do this a little bit? Act all squirmy. Out of billions. That's the
Screwing
one.
up the years.
Oh, yeah.
What steel would you be, Stevie?
Like you'd have to go to a mountain and kill a dragon to get the ancient vanadium artifact to take it back and melt it down to make your super steel sword. We can make a whole thing of it, dude.
Joe, very good observation. Sharif moved into Q-Ball's office.
No, Sharif needs to be like 40 feet farther away.
Yeah, his camera's too close for it to be.
What can't be unseen, Brian? Hey, shut up, dork. I was just sitting here thinking about it. I thought, that'd be a great Knife Nerds Dungeons and Dragons game. Yeah.
Stevie's quest could be what he's already on. He has to go down to the Costco Business Center and go find Magnus Carlsen.
I'm Gunta.
See?
Your
That's
target
it.
has +5 HRC armor. Your blade shatters upon impact. Todd Carr's played before. He knows the rules. Yeah.
But you know, Maddie, you asked, like, what steel would I be? I was trying to ponder this during Devon's live, and like people were talking about their favorite steel, and I honestly don't think I have one.
No.
No,
I do.
I've had very good, like, back when I sharpened a lot, and I had many less knives. But I had fewer knives in my collection. I had a lot of Wii S35, and it always did really good for me. You know, I could easily sharpen it all the time. Never had any rusting problems. You know, I don't know if it's real S35 VN or what. And then, despite what that one dork said, I got a couple of knives that I had for years in S30V. And, like my Manix 2 and S30V. I know it's not the best, but I was always able to sharpen it, and it always did a good job for me.
I have had no issues with Spyderco's VG10. In all honesty, yeah. But I will say, I'm not going to say I can tell a difference in all steels because I don't use them enough. I've been very open about that. But the one I can tell a difference in, that Spyderco Enough 2 that I have in K390 is super thin, and Kyle put a super sharp low angle edge on it. It definitely outcuts everything I own.
Yeah, like
50
Joe's, I'm going to assume Joe's is 1095.
Yeah, of course.
Nothing wrong with that.
like I really like
440.
I like S90, Maximet, CBP, all of those are really great. And I'm kind of like where Stevie is, like S35, MagnaCut is like, those are just great all-arounders that I can live with every single day, without fail. And I don't know.
And, I haven't put a lot of use to it yet, but I want to think. So I talked to Kyle before I ordered this in the S45,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really digging the S45. I'm not showing this off just to plug it, but a spider.
yeah.
This is the first. No, this is the first time I've had a Spyderco with titanium scales, and it's a different knife, man.
Yeah.
Then my pair of 3 just with the aluminum scales is a whole different monster.
You know,
Joe, what do you think? What do you think about that piece of 1095 right there, Joe?
you know,
Look how pretty it is.
I've had my burlap micarta Maximate one for a long time. It's considerably. I don't know. I'd actually have to weigh them to know the difference, but I am really digging this S45.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, the
Bragging
scales
about
on this one are dope.
Bragging about my 1095 to Joe and then showing that it's in a 1931 leatherwork slip.
Dick.
Sorry, man. You see my scales I got earlier, Steve?
I did, yeah.
I'm really excited about those. Those are going to look sweet on that DLC Rex 45 Mannix.
Palmer, M398 just gives you more edge retention and less toughness than standard.
I have one of my
It's nothing
favorite
special.
knives.
I have M398.
I honestly don't think there's any difference between M398 and S90. They're both high edge retention stainlesses that will snap if you sideload them at all.
One of my favorite knives that I never, ever carry, the Vox Chillin'. It's an M398, and I think they ran it soft is what the big thing was when this came out. I don't remember. I've never really used this knife, but this is
What does ran it soft really mean, though, Stevie? It's
dude, I don't know.
S35.
That's just what I think people were saying with it.
Which
I
I
remember someone saying,
That-
so like,
Go
it's a
ahead.
shame that they used M398 and they ran it so soft.
Right. But it probably still is like good S35. It's just like Magna Cut at 61, 62. It's still as good or better than S35. Of course, that's according to Brian. I haven't tested that. But he said he would rather have Magna Cut at 61 than S35. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
By the way, have you chatted with Brian?
I've tried.
So still nothing. Okay. People were asking.
I reached out to him too. I thought I had his phone number, and it turned out he was a completely different person. So I got a really awkward reply. It was like, dude, are you okay? Like, are you alive? And then they were like, what's going
Who
on,
was
man?
it? Anybody we know?
Yeah, it was Sean Weiss, the actor, dude.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
I think it might be go time on that.
Dude,
if you're close enough.
for some reason, he was in my phone book as Brian Transparent Knives. I don't understand why, but I was just like, oh shit.
Gina, you'd probably do better to drive down and take him some PF change. No, Chipotle. Chipotle is what Brian likes.
Sharif, did you cringe a little bit though, or a lot?
Oh, dude, I cringed super hard. One, because I reached out to the totally wrong person. Two, it was not a conversation that I was prepared to have. I was in a serious somber mindset, and then he's coming back with jokes and wants to talk about the knife game, and I'm like, oh, I'm dying inside the whole time.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
We've all taken the red pill, Troy.
Yeah, Troy. It's a thing. Strange things are afoot.
Red pill Friday.
What'd you
I
guys
got a couple of packages today. I got my aluminum quench plates, my tongs, and my roll of stainless steel foil. And I got my advent calendar from Molly at OCD for EDC. And it was as hilarious as
junk drawer one?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely nothing in there of significance. It looks like she went to a Chinese restaurant and stole all the trinkets off the counter.
Yeah.
There's like a little green ceramic dragon, and it's funny though.
Did you guys like tonight's thumbnail?
I did. I liked it.
I don't know that I saw it.
This took me the better part of 8 hours to do.
Oh,
Okay.
I was on meetings all day today, and just as I'm not participating, I was putting this together, man.
Oh, I didn't see the wiener knife in the corner down there. I saw the one in my hand. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good shit.
I love the
So you were
thumbnail.
on
Right?
Eve?
When you look at it, something different.
Did you say you were on knees, Stevie?
No, meetings.
Oh, okay.
The thumbnail should be on an XXXL mouse pad. I'd get it.
I think I should get a mouse pad made of my torso. You just click my nipples.
Yeah.
Well, my heart surgery scars where the roller wheel would be.
Shane, check your text message.
The crazy thing is, Shane, that shit would sell.
I'd buy it.
I 100% think it would. I mean, I'm not talking like hundreds of units, but I mean, you at least get like 20 people.
Oh, Steve, you got to give Renee the wrench. He just got welcomed.
Oh, do I?
Oh,
I don't know. Well, it's your channel. So what is
Do I?
Sharif doing down there?
Did
I am working on the layout of something new.
I don't see him in the chat.
There you go.
What's that you got there, Steve? Or Sharif?
It's a new design I'm working on.
Oh.
Is that a Ferrari?
It's a knife, you.
Yeah.
Check General Discord.
Joe said I could make a mouse pad out of Shane. You guys see me laying on a crickety old wooden table, Joe cutting me up to make leather out of my skin.
It is
Yako.
Mad Yako.
We learned since last week, essentially every single knife is some sort of a modified clip point.
According to you guys,
Depending on which degree angle you hold it.
it does. It makes a total difference. Because if you hold this like this, then it's a straight back. But like this, in the way that you actually hold the knife,
Stop
it's
it.
a clip point.
Stop it. Nobody wants to hear that garbage.
Shane,
And he's been
Shane,
spewing
what
it.
what do you think this blade shape is?
Drop point.
You know,
Au contraire, my friend.
contraire. This is actually classified as a clip point.
I know it is, but Benchmade also says there's a such thing as a reverse tanto. And that's
What blade
bullshit.
shape is this?
That's wiener shape. I know that one.
It's a clip wiener.
Is it? I mean, if I could put it in my mouth, I could confirm.
Oh,
I don't care as long as I like the look of it. Sharif can ruin everything if he wants to.
Dude, I'm really, really happy with this. I spent all day dialing it in, too. Like, this.
Who is EDC?
Piles and piles of versions.
That's why I'm making a weird face. Go to channel, yeah.
Ooh, what is that?
Are those
Today at
all
work,
white? Three?
along with winning an iPad, they brought us barbecue. It was delicious. Had brisket, pulled pork, smoked turkey, a creamed corn of sorts. It was delicious. Peach cobbler, nana pudding.
What's the best looking clip point blade ever made?
The OG like Bowie, like an OG
Not
Bowie,
clip point, not Bowie.
but it's a type of a clip point.
The best looking one ever made is the Buck 110.
I was gonna say Shane's
I
probably
think-
looking for this one.
See, I prefer the Lanny's clip to the Buck 110. That's just me, though.
I am Doctor.
You can be wrong, Sharif. It's okay.
Hey, I'm a Tony Bose man. So, like, if I'm going traditional, I'm going Tony Bose.
Dude, I gotta call you sometime and tell you my Tony Bose story. God, it's so
Dude.
it was the highlight of Blade Show, dude. I go up to Mike at Burger King, and I see this grinder with this enormous hollow wheel on it. And I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "That's a 20-inch. That's a 20-inch
secret.
contact wheel." And I was like, "That is badass. I've never seen a contact wheel that big." And he's like, "You want to hear the story behind it?" I said, "Sure." So a few years ago, Tony Bose calls and says, "Mike, I want a fucking 20-inch contact wheel." I guess that's how he talked. And Mike said, "Tony, they don't make a 20-inch contact wheel." I know. That's why I'm calling you. Make me a 20-inch contact wheel. Mike's like, "I'll be honest. I just put it in the back of my head. I figured it would pass." About 6 months later, Tony calls me and says, "Mike, I don't buy fresh vegetables." I said, "Tony, what do you mean?" He's like, "I don't know if I'm going to be around long enough to eat them before they go bad. Where's my fucking contact wheel?" So he makes him a 20-inch contact wheel. Mike sees him a few months later. He's like, "Tony, have you used that wheel yet?" And he said, "Nope." He's like, "Well, why did you order it if you didn't even have a plan to use it?" And he's like, "You ever wonder what it'd be like to have a big old 12-inch pecker?" I was like, "Sure I have." He's like, "That's why I wanted a 20-inch contact wheel." And I've been in love with Tony Bose ever since. God rest his
That's
soul.
how Tony Bose rolls, man. It's like,
Did he then ask to order some French fried potatoes?
it's my sling blade.
Kevin Smith Times. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh man. I was talking to someone, a work call, had them on speakerphone in my office, and I set my notebook down, and all of a sudden it went, and I gave it a good 3 seconds before I started talking again.
Really surprised.
And she's based in.
She.
Yeah, it was a she. Her name was Paige, and she's in Mobile.
So she's used to it.
I gave it a good 3 second pause to see if she'd say anything, and then just started talking again.
The Kickstarter may not make it for the
Watch project? Oh no, I was gonna ask how that was doing. I have it right here, actually.
How does that work? If you don't reach the goal, you just don't make it? Do the people get their money back, or what?
Kickstarter doesn't charge you.
You don't pay unless it gets back.
Oh, okay.
So nobody.
8 days to go, and we need to get. Well, it's 29% funded. Is that what it said? Oh, I'm not sharing. So for those of you that don't know,
Is Orion Gear and EDC Gear Network the same people? Or?
yes,
Yep.
yes,
Okay.
yes, that's
How
a
you doing,
partner.
David?
So, why don't
How's it going? This is David over Ryan Knives. Kickstarter, we're back again. Initially was back in 2019 with the Solaris, and then now we're coming with a watch because the Casio AE1200, for anybody that actually is into that type of watch, is a very popular model. It is one that, through people that have budget watches all the way up to really premium watches, still recommend this type of watch for something to actually wear and carry. It has some great features to it. So because of that, and because of all the different things that I would see online when I was researching watches, a lot of people said the Casio AE1200 was based off of the Seiko G757 back from the 80s James Bond. So that's why I went down the path of just creating a case for it, really paying homage to that watch. Let me know what you think. Hopefully you guys will support the project and we'll get this going. So the sooner we can get funded, the sooner we'll place an order and we'll get this out to you folks. So give me some feedback on it. Stainless steel for the case with those pushers. It's going to be ATM5 for the water resistance. So that will do something well with like shower and everything else. So as far as basic activities. So check those things out. Let me know what you think about this one, and thanks for supporting the project.
How far are we off?
it's 29% of its goal. It just said.
Oh, okay.
So
What does it cost to back it?
the goal is 7,999.
Oh, okay. Should you just donate as much to it as you want, or is there?
You could back it several. Is there different?
I've never participated in a Kickstarter. I don't know how it works.
So,
I will say though, I wish it would run past Christmas. There was something over there said 89, 79.
yeah, that's the one that I did. And then there are 25 backers for this one. So there's an 89 tier. So I think the 89 tier, you just get the tools extra. But that's the one I went with. And then you can also just back it.
Okay.
Because you believe in it. So, I don't know, David, what your plans are if it doesn't. If it's something you'll look at doing again or what, but I'll definitely keep supporting it.
Now, David, I'm not speaking for everybody, but I just went into the debt myself, so January, February might be a much easier spend for me.
Mhm.
I like to support anything David does if I can.
Okay.
If you guys don't want the watch, though, make sure you go check out the Aries.
Yeah, the Aries, the Iris would make a good little sun.
The thing about the Iris is, too, man, is you can support an American guy making an American product for very little money. You know what I mean? And this is not just a guy that's just, nilly-willy trying to be in the industry. I mean, a lot of the great things about some of the knives you already own are because of David. Came from David.
Agreed.
Whether he got paid for them or not.
Awesome, David. Did you see that he's making a couple improvements to the Iris?
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm gonna order one as soon as
He's papering down the right?
I don't have with mine.
Didn't you? I don't either. I honestly think it's mine is good. But David, didn't you say it's he sent me pictures of it actually. It's tapered down a little bit.
Yeah. The weird thing is, as long as I've been in the knife community, that's actually my first open ale. Like, I've been thinking about buying one for years and years, and I just kept putting it off.
Better way to assume
and that was a perfect reason to buy one.
I'm busy.
Oh, thank you, El Cap. Yeah, I didn't. After showing it, I didn't actually show the link. So.
I agree, Cole.
Yeah,
I've never handled the Aries.
David sent me this one.
It's the his one that he did that. Unfortunately, it took a little bit longer than it should have, but it's got the wedge lock on it. The pivot lock.
That's what it's called. Same as the truffles. It's a pivot, button pivot. You know, I asked a few of the, this is more of a complaint now, but some of the bigger channels to shout out to Ryan and the Aries. They're like, well, he hasn't sent me one, so.
I don't know.
Can't you just shout him out anyway? Like, it's your boy David. Like, go buy it.
Community, man.
Go. Just because you don't get sent something for free doesn't mean you can't shout out your homie.
No, some people do not think it like that.
It's kind of aggravating.
Who was it?
No, I'm not starting that drama right now. I'm just saying.
He said it publicly, right?
I'm saying. Not all of them did. I'm just saying.
I will fight that person.
Wait, what happened? What I missed?
I already know who it is without you saying anything. I already know who it is.
You know, the funny thing is, though, right? Like, all of these guys, and I'm gonna put all the YouTubers on blast. Like,
wait, I'm a YouTuber. Don't.
No, you're fine.
You're a boobtuber.
A lot of the guys who are pulling crap like that, right? Trying to act too big for their britches. I guarantee you, they can't show that their reviews generate sales for anybody who's trying to talk to them. There's a few that do, a couple that do, but not all of them.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the trade-off, right? Like, if I'm sending you stuff for free, I need to be converting that into at least 2 sales.
Well, what did a YouTuber do? Did he send somebody one for free and they didn't review it, or they badmouth it?
No, they wouldn't say anything because they weren't sent something for free.
Oh, well, yeah, that sounds partly bullshit.
I was just trying to get people to shout out Orion knives in general. You got the Solaris, the Scorpio, the Aries now, the Iris. Plus
As much friction as we have with one another, I will admit, I feel like Lefty did a really good job of promoting the Solaris.
Yeah.
And then, of course, David has the best little pouches in the game until he makes my big one that Kyle shall never receive.
I bet I know who you're talking about, though, because this isn't the first time he's done that, right? Talk about that he's not going to advertise something that if he didn't get something for free.
I just work here.
Little squeaky voice, skinny dude. Is that who you're talking about?
What? No, not Javon.
No, I ain't talking about Javon. Almost smaller than Javon.
I only said that because I know Javon's lurking eating this little Mexican pizza.
Clearly, y'all don't want to talk about it, so I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, he's coming out with the Perseus, Ursa Minor.
Yes.
Literally, yes. But one of those should be an American-made one right there. I think it's the Perseus.
I think the Perseus is the U.S. right? Is that?
I think the Perseus is supposed to be the U.S. one.
Yeah. And that's, you know, you talked about that a little bit, but
That's what I know. Marketing is hard.
Yeah,
There's
Joe.
one reason I try to convince you guys to come up onto these videos, because a lot of times people like putting a face to the product.
Joe, let's chat. I've been deep diving this and a couple of other subjects, and I'm trying to come up with some strategies. Maybe we can brainstorm together.
oh, that's the one that. Okay.
And even, dude, David,
That's
like,
right.
if you want to chat about marketing strategies and stuff, 'cause
That's so whack that they got you too, dude.
yeah,
Siobhan, I would kick his butt, put $1,000 on it. That'd take less than 3 minutes.
I know Kyle likes picking at him, but I will say this from my experience: anybody with any amount of training in a combat sport is really hard to beat by somebody with no training in a combat sport.
I was going to say, Javon.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I'd put it 3,000. That'd take less than a minute. You double leg them. You'd go down and cower.
But I'm not trying to start a witch hunt. It was more of a commentary on the state.
That's exactly what you were doing.
No, it's more of
This
a,
is the same guy that said he would say nice things about Sharif's knife, but
and
Sharif
it's not just one person.
Not the same guy.
It's not just one person. It's more like some channels have grown to where you don't have friends anymore. It's like, give me something, we'll talk. Until then, you don't exist, and it's kind of it's not a good place to be. You got to remember your roots, where you came from. David is one reason I'm in this community, because I chased that Solaris.
Hey, Matty. That guy's been doing the exact same thing for 3 years now. That is his roots. That's who he is.
mm-hmm.
Work here.
Look, y'all just gonna have to say it, because I don't know who we're talking about.
I like the guy. I like all the guys.
Here's the thing, though. Like, let me clarify.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right? Like, there are, as a maker, right? Like somebody who sells production knife, not customs. Okay, it's part of the game. I do need to send out knives to reviewers, right? Now, whether it's part of the arrangement that they keep them or not, it's on a person-to-person basis thing. And yeah, the part or the type of people who expect me to send something to them and then they'll give me nice reviews, they immediately don't get my knives. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
I think that's really, really crappy. And having, like, there are guys that will never say that part out loud. And at least they have the self-restraint to, like, be like, hey, that's a bad look, right?
Now that I know who it is, now that I know who it is, it almost gives me ammo to want to go after him, because I've not gone after that guy purely for the fact that I don't think he could take it.
He can't.
I don't think he could handle if I put him on my list. So I have, out of not wanting to feel like I'm punching down, which, you know, channel wise I'm not, but that's the only thing that's kept me from attacking him as of yet. But, you know, if you're gonna do and say douchebaggy things like that, then
Yeah, oh well.
And look, Kyle, I may be riding the fence. That's fine. I'm trying to be more positive with everything these days. And the people behind the scenes are usually pretty cool. The YouTube personalities, some of them are not so cool. And then sometimes people
No,
are
that's
in
who they are,
places where they
man.
just forget who they are.
No, that is who they are.
I don't know. I think Stevie's cooler in person. And
It's kinda
Joe's very critical of how other people look, but behind the scenes, he's all right. He may be jealous of these glasses, and that's fine. But that's your
Actually,
problem.
Realize I need these things more than I don't need to. What's that say?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You guys have no
Everything
idea how much better my knife making is when I'm wearing these too. This is standard gear for me from now on.
Let's get serious real quick, gentlemen.
I didn't realize what I wasn't seeing.
Joe's just a guy in a beanbag,
A guy sitting naked in a beanbag sipping bourbon.
sipping bourbon.
I will never
Snacking
get
on
that image out of
Cheetos.
my head.
Basically, I was just making a basically what the whole thing I was trying to say is go support David. Whether he's giving you stuff or not, he's an awesome dude. And instead of these faceless companies like Best Tech and Civivi and all that, go support the people you know. Homies for life.
Well, it's no secret from me. I have right here
I
in
know.
my forever case.
The hate art.
1, 2, 3, 4. And although these are not in the case because I use them so much, Orion Knives has its own row in my knife case. So
Yes. David's a genius. He has awesome ideas. He makes the best knife pouches in the game. Like hands down. These are awesome. And they're cattywampus, your clips don't hit. It'll fit a full-size Snickers. Also, those drones you guys have been seeing over New Jersey, they were over our house today. What is all that?
yeah, David, man, that couldn't have been unfortunately more horrible time. Like that came out right as all the backlash was starting to hit, man, and I think that for whatever reason, people as quickly as they loved those guys, they were very, very, very quick to turn on them.
Oh, you'd be even a bigger fan if you did know David.
Yeah, David, you didn't need to be involved in it. It was what it was.
Yeah.
Did anybody see that last endo?
We saw him though.
No, I think that was destined to run its course.
Neo.
By the way, Matty, I don't know what's going on with the drones. I've tried to look a little bit closer to see if I could identify them, or like what kind of style they were. But like my phone's been blowing up because I used to be.
They're the size of a car. They're actually the size of a car.
Yeah,
Like for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think drones were
You're
that-
not messing with me.
Are they
They're
Amazon?
seriously that big?
yeah.
They are.
So that's not a big deal. Like when I was doing racing with an organization, 2018, we were planning on building 10-footers, and then the year after, we were planning to do like the basis of like a man-size carrying platform and do head-to-head racing. But there's a whole market that's developing them for like air taxis. And my guess is it's probably somebody doing testing of a platform at night.
See this. I forgot to say that one too. Thank you, Cole.
Do you guys honestly believe that that's going to go over without a hitch?
That what?
We're just going to start flying drones around the city to drop stuff off in people's property.
So
I think- We've been getting deliveries in certain cities here in Arizona, like Tucson. People are starting to film like drones coming, hovering in people's backyards and they drop a package and then take off.
Like what?
I'm not
Like
saying
what?
that it can't be done. I'm just saying, once they start doing it large scale, it's gonna.
What is getting delivered?
Amazon
Simple,
package.
basic things like non fragile items, lightweight. Because let me just dispel a lot of shit. Right, to answer your question, Stevie, very very lightweight stuff, because the lifting capacity of all of this shit is super lightweight. So you're not getting like a lot of shit delivered by drone unless that thing gets massive. And then it's really noisy and bulky, and it creates a lot of fucking problems, right?
Terry, and I was just saying it's impressive the size of the car when in neighborhoods you're used to seeing the little.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden here comes a car flying across the sky. It's like it's just
I
different.
remember the interview with Elon Musk when somebody asked him, "Aren't we supposed to have flying cars by now?" And he said, "Oh, I can build you a flying car right now, and it'll work. The problem is, I'm going to blow the shingles off your neighbor's roof." He said, "Until we learn how to defy gravity, you know, there are certain restrictions with propulsion, is to create enough downforce to make that thing lift.
Headlights.
You can't just take off everywhere, you know."
And the bigger issue, Shane, even than that, is the fucking energy. Okay, this little guy right here, in order for it to go like 120 miles an hour and rip roar and have a power to weight ratio that like a car would need, this little tiny guy has 5+ horsepower. Okay, and this thing weighs like, I want to say maybe 5-6 ounces. It doesn't weigh a lot, right? So
Can you
imagine
get a crappier image of that for us to see.
It's
like,
the
imagine
camera.
what-
I can't help it.
Yeah, imagine
Very
what the
intrigued.
size of a car would need, Shane. Right? Like,
These are flying.
my
See, you
question
drop the
is, though,
package.
My question is, much like windmills, is it just going to be a theory that we're testing that will never actually pay for it, the carbon footprint that it took to make it?
basically,
Do you think it's
Yeah.
ever going to pay off?
no, absolutely not. Not
I think
I
so.
understand that for years you have to do it without it paying off in order, you know, to innovate, to get to a point where things do pay off.
We
but-
get to where
Yeah, the thing is, right, like at the end of the day, nothing is more efficient and better than a helicopter, right? Like 100%.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like we've had helicopters figured out for fucking ages, and we haven't had flying cars in mass, right? Because like, why? Air travel is hard, bro.
Right.
Like, dude, to
That's what
fly,
I'm getting at. How long is it before that thing causes some kind of fatal accident or flies into the,
dude,
the intake of an airplane? Something stupid is going to happen.
this
Yeah.
I'm more
thing,
interested when someone's like, "Ooh, Amazon! I'm about
Gets
to
a
get some
transformer,
gas."
causes the power to go out. Something.
dude, Shane, it's already been happening with these, right?
Yeah.
This little guy at 120 miles an hour colliding with your head, you'll be very lucky if it isn't fatal, right? And let me explain. The drones
Anything
that I
coming
use-
at your head 125 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. But like the drones that I used to build for a racing organization were 4 feet across before the propellers.
God, they're already priced.
Yeah, the price is already.
This says that the drones are designed to be quieter, use sensors to ensure safe package delivery, and they're aiming for 500 million deliveries annually within 30 minutes or less.
But it's going to be only really small.
They're going to make 5 million deliveries in less than a half hour.
500 million.
500 deliveries in less than
But
a
over
half.
the span of a year, that's what annually means, Stevie. A year.
Yeah, but each
And
one
those
of
deliveries should take less than half an hour, Stevie.
yeah.
Each.
That's like a fraction of a millisecond to get a
No.
delivery.
Each delivery will be 30 minutes, and they plan on doing 5 million
He knows what we're talking.
500 million.
or 500 million. Yeah. But it's stupid. You're gonna get delivered like this because they can't carry a lot of weight. Like does this is a delivery really?
How are those things going with those little robots that are just driving around town delivering packages? Is that working?
Those are awesome, bro. We used to have those in town here. You couldn't fuck with them. They weighed like 100+ pounds, and you'd watch them. They would just like navigate and do their thing, and like they were awesome, man. They got rid of the pilot program, but like they're sorely missed.
I can see them working in some place. That's just not with electric cars. I think electric cars are a great idea.
Yeah.
If you live in a municipality and you don't drive more than 15, 20 minutes to work, that's an awesome idea. It's just the idea of, hey, we're going to replace everything with this.
Yeah.
You just got to get used to it. That's the stupidity of our,
Yeah.
at least one half of our government, that is just never going to work.
No, there's some things that are just like
my wife could own an electric car. A Tesla 3 would be a perfect idea for her. She drives 12 minutes one way to work every day, but we would still want a gasoline powered
right
for the weekends, where we can drive 300-400 miles if we want to.
exactly.
My school, all our transportation vehicles are Teslas. Some of them go out pretty far.
Maddie works for the richest school in the country.
We already have a transportation system that uses electricity to move packages from one coast to the other. It's been around for decades.
If you guys are into unmanned
trains have been doing
technology,
this
though,
forever.
Phoenix is the place. We have those taxis with no driver, the Waymo taxis. Now we're doing these drones. We got Teslas all over.
Well, that makes even more sense. Just like solar power makes more sense where you're at than it does probably where. I know it makes more sense where you're at than it does where Stevie's at.
Yeah, we can power the
Solar
country
is
here.
extremely popular here.
Is it?
Misconception:
just
it
saying
doesn't
it's
have
not.
to be. It doesn't have to be sunny for solar to work.
Right.
It's collecting energy, so it might work better, but it's
Right.
collecting energy. I was actually solar certified. The reason why solar hasn't taken off here is because there's no real incentives for it.
Right.
If you start generating enough and you start putting back on the grid, you'll get a little bit of money back from the utilities, but the cost of it's not an ROI. So everybody wants to be green until they realize how much it costs. So,
Or how restricted you are.
yes, and there's that.
David, one of my mentors actually designed that car.
Sharif, do you remember the air-powered car? I think it was designed in Switzerland. It was only good for I think 50 or 60 miles. But it was actually designed for people who live in the city, work in the
What,
city.
did it have a balloon engine?
No, it had a carbon fiber tank that held air, and the air in that tank was super pressurized, and it would actually push a piston up and down. The only thing it produced was some water droplets out the tailpipe. Now, it was slow, it was ugly, it was super lightweight. But my point is, even something like that, as dumb as it was, it worked for what they designed it for the average young person that lived 4 blocks from where they were or whatever. Yeah, there's plenty of ideas out there, but I didn't see it going, well, now we're going to use electricity, but we're still going to use gas-powered engines to produce the electricity.
David, he is as a consultant. Yeah.
Oh man, you guys hear about the big announcement today? Actually,
Which one?
Malcolm in the Middle's coming back
Yeah, David. Yeah.
Is it really?
with the original cast on
Really?
Disney Plus.
Huh. Well, isn't the dad in that? Wasn't he the one in Mr. Nobody?
No,
I don't
he
know
was
what that He was
Eisenberg.
Breaking Bad.
Great movie though.
No, it's Sal.
Bryan Cranston.
No, the
Who's-
dad in Malcolm in the Middle is Heisenberg, not Saul.
Okay. I just want because Mr. Nobody 2's coming out.
Oh, yeah. That's Bob Odenkirk.
Right.
I like the theory that Hal from Malcolm in the Middle is who turned into Heisenberg. And it works too.
I get into those rabbit hole theories.
I love it.
Great movies. Yeah, there's been some good ones. Like the theory that Doc Holliday said Huckleberry. It's so silly.
That's what he said, though.
It's not what he said.
Literally, his autobiography is called "I'm Your Huckleberry."
I know. That makes it even sillier because it took
That's
off
what
that
makes
way.
it so silly.
But the original line was supposed to be Huckleberry. He was telling him he would put him in the ground.
Yeah, Don.
Shane,
Pop culture just took over and we've accepted it. I've seen guys with t-shirts that say I'm your Huckleberry, but that's not what the line was supposed to be.
innocent, sweet little Shane.
That's not even my favorite line of his. My favorite line is,
Good Daisy if you do. Yeah. Are you a patch boy, Stevie?
this is a patch that I had from years ago, and I just put it on. I started putting some hook and loop on a lot of my padded cases.
Yeah.
I used to have a,
Terrence.
and I still do somewhere, a flex fit hat that had hook and loop on it, basically.
Yeah.
So I found this company a while ago that made these patches. Heck
You
yeah,
remember my patch on my shoulder sling at Blade Show? I can't find it.
Show me your butthole.
Just show me that butthole.
You show me that butthole.
What are you talking about, Cole? I can't even tell the difference when Shane says it. That's the whole point.
Huckleberry.
That's his whole. That's why it happened that way. His southern drawl was so strong that people thought he was saying Huckleberry. So they just went with it. After that. You can't just come out and change it when all that marketing has already happened. But the term was Huckleberry.
Sweet.
Pop culture turned it into Huckleberry.
Did it though?
It did.
Or did unpopular culture turn it into Hucklebearer?
No. Reality created it as Huckleberry.
Reality
And Simple
bites.
Mind didn't get it and said Huckleberry. Yeah. But you sound it.
That's like dip
Sounds
man.
like dip mouth. I don't even have a dip in. Yeah. See, Laid Off Pete heard the same story. Laid Off Pete wants to know what state we're from.
Confusion.
I'm from Alabama. This cat right above me is from the porn capital of the United States, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
This cat over here is from the crime capital of the United States, Michigan. And this cat up here is from the shitty weather capital of the United States, Washington. I'm from the Banging Your Stepsisters.
I have a knife from Alabama.
Yes, you do. We're good.
I love this thing.
I have a knife made down the road, 15 minutes down the road from Shane on my Christmas list, and I inadvertently found out that I'm getting that knife.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's exactly my point. That's why it's in his autobiography. He changed it. He misunderstood.
Did he though, or did he read what was written
It
down?
was, David. It really was. What's up, Constantine?
Yeah, it was. I supported it fully just because I'm dedicated like that. But it was what it was. The first one was
The first Boondocks, though.
Hey,
That
what
was
up, Tommy? Tommy Sheehan.
awesome. All Saints Day over here on the side. These have a lot more meaning to me than just Boondock Saints, though. Mine and my wife's marriage was based solely around Blockbuster. The first 5 years, it was the best 5 years of our marriage. We were at Blockbuster every day, and when Blockbuster went out of business, I snatched up these tapestries for 99% off.
Nice.
Yeah, David, I've got tattoos, and I was a embarrassingly big Boondock Saints fan.
Oh, you own that.
I was going to say, nothing wrong with that.
No, I still want to get the just a line, the Virgin Mary. I thought about getting it on the side of my head, but I'm too big a sissy.
Plus, getting tattooed on your head's gotta suck,
tough.
man. That needle, like,
Sucks in so many different levels.
A lot of
Just
room
a
for
little fire
it.
prick on your scalp burns like fire. So you got that burn, and it's rattling your brain inside there.
mm-mm. No part of that sounds like a good time.
Well, this one, yes, the base of my skull right here.
Yeah.
And just this part right here was worse than the whole rest of the tattoo.
Yeah, I believe it, man.
Blockbuster foreclosures killed Shane's grandma.
He would have made it if he could have got a copy of Shooter on a Tuesday night. They looked up my history, like the last night they were open. That they looked up my history, and he's like, "Shane, you've rented Shooter 147 times." But I never actually paid to rent Shooter. I had that package, where you come in and get a new release and an old release. And every time I'd go to get an old release, I couldn't think of anything to get, so I just grabbed Shooter just to make sure nobody else could watch it. They may have given me that copy of Shooter too. What's the best thing about Blockbuster, Sharif?
There was a lot of
Blockbuster.
The Toblerone candy bar.
Ooh, I love a good Toblerone.
there were a lot of last Blockbusters though. Like I went when I went up to Anchorage the first time, they're like, "This is the last Blockbuster in existence." I'm like, "No kidding!" Like, oh man, took a picture there and everything. Got back and I'm like, I visited the last Blockbuster in America, and they're like, "Nah, there's one down in Medford."
Yeah.
I think the true one is what David said, Bend, Oregon.
Or Bend, yeah, Bend.
Can you put
Is that what did David confirm that?
ice in it?
David's talking about the red boxes. I didn't even realize that had happened, David, but the one at our local Walgreens is still plugged up and still works. And like the newest release in it is like a 2 or 3 year old movie. People are still using it, but they haven't put anything in it. I guess they're just hoping to leave it there and hope that you'll rent a movie and not bring it back so they can charge your credit card for it. What's up, nipple lovers?
I agree. Me and Katie, before the boys, because it closed down before they were born, we would go to Blockbuster, get our candy, walk around, pick out some movies.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Yeah, Blockbuster, dude. Back in Detroit, you go get a buddy's pizza, like the one that we had is the appetizer pizza. What you place the order for that while they were cooking it up. You go to Blockbuster, pick out a movie, maybe grab a video game with the homies, The pizza with that.
Did you say appetizer pizza?
He sure did, Shane.
Yeah, I did.
He sure as heck did.
I had appetizer pizza earlier.
Do you not know the
By
appetizer
appetizer, I
pizza?
mean I ate the whole thing, but
You don't know about our appetizer pizza, though?
oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big fan. One of my favorite story from Blade Show West.
Same here. Sharif got me hooked on it. While we think about dinner, guys, let's get some appetizer pizzas going.
I love how in this community I won't be remembered for my knife designs. I'll purely be remembered for appetizer pizza.
Absolutely, you will.
And I'm okay with it.
I mean, it took me 4 years to get past that bathtub pit. I think I'll just now let that shit go. Oh.
Yeah.
I walked into a roller rink a few years back. Wood floors. So we still have a roller skating rink that has not had any improvements since the early 90s. And like, I'm also talking like they haven't cleaned the carpets or anything. Like it's a rundown, horrible place, but you can still go and roller skate. You can go. You can shoot the duck competition, and it's awesome.
Yeah. You guys know the story about Netflix trying to sell to Blockbuster at one point in time, though, right?
And they laughed him out the building.
Yeah. It was only like $5 million, wasn't it?
Something cheap.
Yep.
Third cheap they could have bought, but Netflix wasn't what it is
It was
currently.
just DVDs back then.
Right.
Yeah. But even then, that would have just expanded Blockbuster, and it would have given them new revenue.
Yeah, but the people at Netflix that came up with the streaming idea would have still came up with it under a different name, and they would
Exactly.
have done DVDs eventually anyway.
And we would have all been streaming Blockbuster.
My where I live, we ran Blockbuster and Hollywood Video out of town because we had a small batch artisanal family owned
Well,
SNS Video. We had SNS Video, and everyone was so loyal to that that Blockbuster and Hollywood packed up shop.
Yeah,
Dang.
they're the same way for a long time.
And that was like our original IMDb.
Yeah.
If we ever had a Bill Paxton, Bill Pullman type argument,
Yeah,
walk down to SNS Video, and the two brothers that worked there knew every single thing about every single movie. They're the quintessential movie nerds, and they would settle any and all movie arguments.
we had at the last Blockbuster there was this young black kid that worked there, and he was super. He was super antisocial, and I would go in and talk to everybody, and he never wanted to talk to me. And I told my wife, all the other employees, my wife, I was like, I will make that dude my friend. I forced him to talk to me even when he didn't want to. And then it got to the point where I'd come in and I'd ask, I was like, hey man, have you seen this? He's like, oh yeah, dude, that's good. I was like, well, what is it about? And he would tell me, and I'd get home and put it in and start watching it and realize he is not fucking saying it. But it was every night I would come in and again like, have you seen this? Oh yeah. He'd give me this spiel about it. Yeah. It was never correct.
Oh, dude, Operation Wolf, one of the best arcade games of all time.
He's one of the few people I've ever heard of that died from I forgot now. I've known a lot of people with it. It was a super simple digestive issue that a lot of people have, but it just killed him somehow.
Crohn's.
Maybe it was Crohn's disease.
That's good, Derek.
That's right. What? Oh. Yeah, a long time ago during Grateful Panic's live streams, I didn't know any of these guys. And I joined and was chatting. And I think somebody asked about me joining the stream. I think that's how it got started. I was like, I can't. I'm in the bathtub naked. And they didn't believe me. But I have really bad neuropathy, and I used to have to soak in a hot tub for an hour and a half a night. That's what got me started watching live streams. I took a picture of myself naked in the tub, sent it to Grateful Panic, and he showed it on the live.
He did.
Yeah.
Who
was it? Was it Evil E that used to greet me every night?
Yeah, it was Evil E.
He'd greet me with a bathtub and googly eyes.
Venom, they'd have like the double hinge doors or the beads that you had to walk through to get back to the adult.
I know. As a kid, they made it look so fun. Like you wanted to walk through those doors.
Yeah.
Big old neon light.
Yeah.
And the beads. You're like, ooh.
But Tina, I'm surprised you don't remember the picture.
Yeah.
You couldn't see my junk or anything, just my legs.
Hail to love.
We still have a drive-in. Do you guys not have one?
We have 2 of them around here, and they were almost going under, and then the pandemic hit, and that was one of the places that they all of a sudden blew the F up.
Yeah.
And everybody was going because you could stay in your car the whole time.
We local funded ours because they had a digital setup. No, an analog setup. And it got to where less and less movies were available on analog film. And it was like $250,000 to upgrade to digital, and they just didn't have the money. It's just a little family-owned joint. And everybody in the county just kind of pitched in, and
that's what we did too. We have the Olympic Theater downtown in Arlington, and it was going to cost like a ridiculous amount for them to upgrade, and the owner was going to close down shop, and the community said nope. If you're still willing to go, we'll fund it. And the community rallied around it, and then
the last analog movie they showed there was that Scarlett Johansson flick where they put the drugs in her stomach and they leaked out, and she turned into like this super robot. Lucy. That was the last film they showed there that wasn't digital, and it was horrible. Like the whole screen was just like black with some moving objects. It was so bad, but everybody went to see it, because we were all trying to support and help them raise the money to get the digital thing. Yeah,
We have a big drive-in pretty close to here. I haven't been to it yet. Actually, every time I think about it, I'm like, we should go, and then I forget.
You should set a reminder.
I do. We need to go. But yeah, I'm on their Google thing now. But yeah.
Yeah, it's cool when people forget their hate and everything they've got to argue about and come together to support something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Y'all kids ever try to execute each other? No, ouchie. We've not tried that. Mosquito Voorhees. Drive-in is the best because I get to do bong reps during the day.
Man, we used to do all that, man. The drive-in that was by us on the weekends was a swap meet during the day.
There's what?
A swap meet.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen that. I learned a long time ago, dude. The worst mistake I ever made was going to the Fresno swap meet.
Yeah.
Huge mistake, man. I had no idea that a 6'3", 230-pound white kid was not welcome. Yeah, and dude, I was friendly to everybody. They did not care. They like stood in line. Who could whoop that big white dude unprovoked? I've hated Fresno ever since. Dude, we had an adult drive-in here. Y'all had one of those? Did y'all have an adult drive-in?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Troy's boots are knocking.
It was very strategically set up, though. Like, you could, the only place you could see the screen if you didn't pay to get in was on the road, passing by it. You could get a flash of boobies, but you couldn't stop. Anywhere else, they had plenty of tree cover where you couldn't see the screen. But
yeah,
I remember this. Dude, I'd get excited reading the signs when I was a kid going by. It didn't last long though.
He wasn't stabbing trees that day.
Constantine, this is the one pretty close to me right here. Right now they're playing Moana 2, Wicked, Raven, Lord of the Rings.
It's got 9 screens. Ours has just got 2.
I think it's.
I want to see Craven. Has anybody heard anything about Craven?
I haven't.
It's like a really dark Marvel movie.
Craven Moorhead?
maybe.
Yeah.
But Craven the Hunter.
Marcos, I
Yeah.
guess you're right, man, because I wasn't rude. I was nothing but nice to everybody, and they just wanted to try. And none of them succeeded. I got lucky there. But after you whoop a couple of them, you know, they're going to start cutting you or shooting you next. We got the hell out of there. I had no idea Fresno was so ruthless.
Fresno can be a tough town, man.
Troy, that's pretty good. That's pretty good HRC for meat metal.
Oh yeah, Mr. Yako. Oh yeah.
The closest drive-in to us that's not in my town, they is in the middle of a sod farm where they grow grass. You know, they grow sod. And it's just beautiful when you ride by there because it's just acres, just hundreds of acres of beautiful, like golf course grass. And then there's just a patch right in the middle where they put a single screen drive-in theater. Craven the Hunter, does it really run? Nah. Does it suck because you know the real story? Or did it just suck as a movie? Because I don't know anything about Craven, but it looked violent and I thought I'd like it.
What's the real story?
I don't know, but there's a comic book and I've never read it, so it doesn't have to be true to the comic book.
I don't know anything about the Craven thing.
Warhead?
Eric, all I know is that in Fresno, the thing you got to worry the most about is the little 5'8", 130-pound 19-year-old kid, because it's like on their list before they become a man. They have to fight some big white dude that didn't even want no trouble to prove that they're a man. I guess I can be wrong, Marco. If that's offensive, I apologize, but that's what it seemed like every time I went there. Make sure you answer me on that, Ron. I want to know, is it bad because you like the comic book and it didn't line up, or is it just bad as a movie? Kill the white dude. I get this, and the dudes are fast, man. But the problem is most of them are so fast that when they hit you, it didn't hurt. You just walk through it. I couldn't now. They whip shit out of me.
I'm interested to hear if anyone's watched Gladiator 2.
I've heard
I
it's
love the
too.
first one. Did you see it?
I haven't, but I've heard it's horrible.
Yeah, I'm curious what the second one. I know some of the trailers talk about the first one in it, but I'm curious what it goes on.
But Marcos, I didn't have any beef though. I didn't have any reason to go fight just because they were Mexicans. I just didn't see it that way. But it did feel like there was a big white versus Hispanic thing going on there that I wasn't part of. I got drugged in. My roommate was Hispanic. Sammy was my dude, man. It didn't even matter that I was with him. I just watched the first one again. Of course, I'm not going to get an answer on Spider-Man 2. Yeah, the video had Craven in it.
Yeah, Ron's probably typing out a pretty thorough synopsis for you. Give him time.
I bet he enjoyed the magazine, and the movie was too far off and ruined it for him. That's what I'm hoping. But as a non-fan knowing nothing, I was hoping I would enjoy it.
Gladiator is one of the most perfect movies ever made.
But tell you, all the issues I had in Southern California were with it was always with just local kids, surfers. They didn't think we were allowed on their beach, at their bars. It didn't matter where we went. That was just the whole local versus military thing. But in Fresno, it was very apparent that it was Mexican versus white. And I'm sure there was probably some white gang running around there causing all that hatred. I don't know.
You talking about Christmas break? I'm ready. I go to school next week, and then I'm off for 2 weeks paid.
Well, all the ranchers that I met out there were almost all Hispanic. They were Dude, they were salt of the earth, awesome people. It was just in the big cities I had issues.
Hello, Sharif.
But at San Clemente, I've fought plenty of prospect jarheads in my vet. It's the women, isn't it, Patina? It's because we come there and take y'all's women. That's why y'all hate us, right?
So I don't think
What I
Ron's
was told.
strong even.
That's what I was told why they hated us so much, is because around a military base, the ratio of men to women gets thrown off. And they do flock to the military bases. Cole, what do you play? On what? I'm more of a nerd than I like to admit, but what do you play?
I've been playing Cyberpunk a lot lately.
I'm desperately seeking somebody to go back and play Ghost Recon Breakpoint in co-op with. It's free.
Ghost?
You don't even have to buy it. I'd even be willing to do Wildlands, because Wildlands is free.
Ghost
But you have
Recon
to be
is
on Xbox.
on computer?
No, it has to be on Xbox.
Oh,
Like if you have it, I own it on Xbox, so if I want somebody to play co-op with me, I can invite them and they can download it for free. Now I don't know how much that, if it hinders their progression or any of that, but I know it says your friends can play with you for free. Can't play by themselves, but they can play with you for free.
I've been getting back into Black Ops once in a while because Black Ops 6 came out.
Mark H.
It's way better.
I'm not big into PvP either.
I love playing co-op, and yeah, I watched the Game Awards last night, and then dropping that Borderlands 4 trailer was awesome.
Black Ops is total case in point for that.
Well, Renee, I can tell by your comment you already know who it was. It was me. I've timed you out twice for like a half hour because of the bitch ass move you pulled on Tri-State complaining about the caps lock.
Wait! Don't bring tri-state drama here.
I'm just saying. But yeah, I did it. It was me.
Renee is one of us.
I texted him and told him to do it.
Yeah. I didn't even think about it until Stevie told me.
I texted him and told him to do it. I thought it would be funny.
Yeah,
And I still think it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, this is Stevie's channel.
Yeah. That whole let's attack Spain bullshit.
Well, what?
Was,
I'm down for some drama right now. What happened on Tri-State's channel?
I just 2 or 3 of them got all whiny because I type in caps lock.
Oh, the caps
Yeah,
lock
like I
thing.
just started it or something. I always type in caps lock. But
You've
yeah,
been typing caps lock since the beginning.
Right.
That's like your thing now.
Yeah, it ain't that personal, Renee. I just thought it was,
Yeah, I thought it would be funny, so I literally texted Shane, "Hey, you should put Renee in timeout."
Yeah, because I don't know that Renee was actually the one who put me in timeout, but it was Renee and Ethan and Will be.
It's all in good fun.
It was just weird to me, the timing of it. Like, I've never had an issue with
I meant
any of
tonight
those
was
people.
all in good fun.
Right. I've never had an issue with any of those people, and then all of a sudden, it was a big deal.
Use your face hole, Sharif.
You guys are talking. I don't overtalk people.
Just say, hey, all you guys, hush for a second.
I got yelled at too.
The Pharaoh needs to speak.
Bang, 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 bang. But I will say, Ron Crow, you disappointed me because your answer was not. Your answer was, I heard the writing and acting was bad. Unfortunately, that's not enough to keep me from watching because you heard. I'm still going to go see it.
Man, I don't know if you guys already answered that one or not, but I can't do VR. It messes with me so bad.
Oh, it's horrible.
And then so there was one time it didn't, but standing in the middle of my buddy's got this huge house with a big old game room similar to like Salt Lake City. And
Wow.
I forget which headset he had, but standing on a flat ground, I know that there's nothing around, like just furniture around me. Put this thing on, and I get in, and you ride an elevator, like way up, and I'm like, oh my god, like this feels real. And then the doors open, and you're 500 stories up, and there's just a little plank.
Oh, you played that game?
Yeah.
I could not get myself to walk out. I knew I'd take it off, and I'm like, my brain would not allow me. I'm definitely scared of heights. I could not get myself to walk. I knew that I was standing on a.
See, I would throw up. My vertigo, even like you're saying, knowing it's VR, I would still throw up.
I was like, this is ridiculous. Just walk out and nope.
Take it up a few levels and put a few 2x4s in front of you, just the same width. My friends made me do that one after I did it like normal, and dude, once you feel it like unstable under your feet, that ruined me. I couldn't do it after that.
Yeah,
that shit fucks you up. Like VR is rough.
like I've played the zombie killing games. Those don't feel all that real. It's fun, but anything like I can do those roller coaster simulators and get sick.
Dude,
I've got really bad vertigo now, though.
All these videos are that game, Stevie.
yeah, like that,
Yeah,
bro.
It feels. I've never played this one, but yeah, when you put that plank on the floor, people get hurt. TVs break.
Uh-huh.
hey, yo, Carl.
This is 10 minutes of it.
Hey, yo,
No
Carl.
joke.
That sick ass beat.
Dude, it's sad that you just keep rubbing that in his family's face like that, dude. I don't know how you get away with it.
Yeah, he's going on a quest to Costco business.
Yes,
He's gonna find Carl.
It will be a glorious day. And he's going to be freaked out when he realizes how many people are happy that you found him.
I think it's gonna be a huge letdown. Like Stevie's gonna be like, "I found you! Everyone, look, he's real!" And then it's just gonna be like, "Okay."
yeah. It was a lot cooler when we thought he was dead.
He's gonna look at Stevie and be like, I gotta go back to work.
Right.
Renee, I get it, man. I just think there's all kind of personal reasons you can find to dislike me or anybody else. It's just not worth it. It's just not that big a deal. And it's made up. Some dude at some point in time made it up, and like sheep, we all followed it and decided, yeah, that means they're yelling and angry. Whatever. You ever make it to Harris Ranch for a steak? Not Marcos. I went to Cattleman's, I think it was, in somewhere around. It was within an hour of Fresno, I know that, and it was really good. But I'll be honest, I was not impressed with any steak I've ever ate in Texas or California. I just don't feel like I ever got a good steak in either one. The best barbecue ribs, surprisingly, I've ever ate were in Port Hueneme, California, at a place called TC Cords. Perfect barbecue ribs.
Was they baby back ribs?
No, they were like
Were
the
they
big meaty ones, and they had just
beef ribs, or
yeah, I think they were beef ribs. They had just a perfect amount of chew. But on Tuesday nights, they had all you could eat. A plate of ribs was $12.99, or all you can eat for $14.99. And I was on the board. I was in first place for like 3 weeks, and a guy I was in A school with that weighed like 150 pounds found out, went back there with me and beat me.
If you go to all these food channels at different places, the top people are always these super tiny, skinny people.
Yeah.
I had a really good steak in Atlanta before. Also, I'm trying to remember the name of the place. So far, the best
made
steak-
off meat.
That could have to do too, though, with my idea of how I like my steak. I know everybody's going to curse me for this, but I like it medium well. I like it kind of fatty. I want some A1. That's just the way I eat it, you know. So those steakhouses could have been the best in the world to other people. It just wasn't my thing.
I think recently the best steak I had was at Blade Show West when we went to that Brazilian place. They carved off this garlic steak. Ooh.
Renee,
Oh, good.
Renee, let it go, man. It's just a button on a keyboard, dude. Let it go. And anybody else it's not that big a deal. That was the whole point. Is that it's not a big deal.
Montana.
Well, that day I will order a Carl Live shirt, and the first annual Carl Fest celebration is going to be a big deal.
It's going to be a big deal. Oh.
In all fairness, I do write in all caps too, though. I legit don't know how to write in lower caps. I just forgot how.
I had a tomahawk ribeye at a place in, I don't remember if it was Billings or Bozeman. It was Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah.
And that's the best steak. I've had a lot of good steaks. They did a it was wood fired, and yeah,
that sounds excellent.
I still want to try. I don't know that I would necessarily like it, but just because I want a Peter Luger steak.
I tried Ruth's Chris. Ruth's Chris was an excellent ribeye, but it's also one of those places where they look down their nose at you if you ask for steak sauce.
Yeah.
I like steak sauce. Fucking hate me for it. I'll tell you this. I'll eat a steak with ketchup before I eat it with nothing. That's just me, man.
I make my own steak sauce though. Like, it's not even a sauce. You melt butter, put some wash your sister sauce in there. And some
I have learned that you have a good au jus. Is a good au jus considered steak sauce? Stevie?
What?
Was like a good homemade au jus, is that considered a steak sauce? Because that's just steak rendering, right? Okay.
No.
I can eat it with a good au jus sauce.
Yeah.
I like some horseradish with mine.
The worst steak I ever ate was at the Big Texan in Amarillo. You know where they have the big steak you eat, it's free?
Yeah.
I didn't get that because you can tell that's a horrible cut of meat. But I got a ribeye there, and it was absolute garbage.
Stevie and I wanted to do it.
You know,
I got you, Marcos.
The best I've been to a couple of Ruth's Chris. The best one, I think it's been a while. David, is the one in downtown Portland still there? Down in the Pearl?
That's my favorite steak sauce.
That was they also had a cigar bar there, which it was crazy that of all the cities, Portland still had a cigar bar. But I worked with a guy that was in like the cigar club there and had like his own little locker and stuff.
Yeah.
Go have cigars and cocktails and then sit down and have a very overly priced, good but overly priced. Wash your sister sauce, a couple dabs of a zip-a-zap.
It's a ridiculous price.
Yeah, Worcestershire kind of nasty when you find out what's in it.
It's anchovies.
Yeah.
It's like anchovy slime. It's like,
It's so good.
It is good.
Stick it to my veins.
Does he also sell his wristbands that hold all his...
Ooh, that's a good question.
Does he have a store?
I don't know. I just typed in wash your sister sauce and the Amazon one came up. Let me see if he does have a store.
At the Whitney? That was a good one, Sharif?
Dude, when I was younger, they did and I'm not a big fan usually of filet mignons, but they did a filet mignon butterfly and then stuffed in the center with minced sauteed mushrooms. Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I'm out on the fungus. I say that. I can eat it. I just don't get it. So why am I eating this?
Man, some sauteed mushrooms on like a classic steakhouse, sauteed mushrooms and like sherry and a little bit of cream and some thyme. That's like a classic steakhouse pairing.
Sauteed mushrooms.
Here's the thing, Shane. Is there any food that, like, when you eat it, just like makes
Absolutely,
you feel good and like energized? Like mushrooms does that for me.
The best thing I ever ate was at a place called the Sunday Cafe at Tybee Island, and it was these bacon wrapped crab stuffed shrimp on a plate of artisanal grits with some Hollandaise sauce.
Ooh.
That's the best thing I've ever tasted.
Joe says that's where all the best food is.
Where? Tybee Island?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he went to Sunday Cafe.
Yeah. He they vacation there every year.
Yeah.
Where is
or
this?
they stay in like Savannah and then
Literally, Sharif, this place is in the back half of a BP gas station.
No
But
shit.
it's a 5-star restaurant. White linen tablecloths.
Hey man, good
We had-
food.
I tried some lamb chops there. Now, I'm not saying their lamb chops aren't good. I had never had lamb. I don't think I really enjoy lamb.
and you know what, Jesse?
Ronnie.
Baked potatoes are back.
Barbarian Bronny, hello.
What's up, dude?
I wonder
Oh,
if
good night,
I know me
Renee.
and Joe talked about this. I wonder if he went to the Wilkes Sporting House too. I need to ask him about that.
You know,
Not Renee, see you, man.
they do make them salty, but I kind of like the mushrooms salty. Although one time Texas Roadhouse made them really salty, but
I ain't gonna lie,
them
dude.
a little salt.
That bone-in ribeye I had at Texas Roadhouse is pretty damn good.
I like Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse is legit, man.
They've got the only restaurant pork chop I've ever eaten that was good too.
Oh yeah, they
I've
make
never
a
had a
good
pork
pork.
chop at a restaurant that didn't taste like processed
Good
food.
David knows about this place too.
And their chicken fried steak is awesome.
Right here is one of the best places you can ever get a steak.
Is that the strip club?
That's the world famous Acropolis.
Or it looks like the outside of a strip club.
It's absolutely.
Well,
Here
I work
is
on- has bullet holes all in the front wall and the door though.
here is it during the day, and here's what you see, like around back. Like this place is a dump.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet there's homeless people back there.
Yeah, there's a bike chilling in the
That's an
dried up
exercise bike.
creek. Yeah.
It's one of the perks of working there. Free access to the bike.
I think we proved the point tonight though.
Yep.
Some people just want friction. They don't even have to mean anything. They raise the beef. Yeah, that's why that cattleman's place was. Like, there was literally a cattle yard that surrounded the restaurant. There's cows, Angus, standing out there that they actually slaughter and age and everything before you eat it.
That's the best, man.
There's a crackhead.
But I wasn't. It was just bland. It was very bland to me.
I was.
But guys, don't ever fall for that tourist trap. The Big Texan in Amarillo, just drive right on by, man. That place is a joke. Nothing there. And when you ask for A1, they bring you this saucer, this watered down version. This horrible.
The other surprisingly best steak that I can get is at the
Good night, David.
Night, David. I'll be talking to you tomorrow.
David.
Bye, David.
At the Doubletree in
Like Steve the
Spokane,
Wizard.
Washington, is there. It's a DoubleTree, but it's connected to the big downtown convention, so it's bigger and fancier than a lot of DoubleTrees are, as fancy as they get. It's got a... I can't remember the name of the steakhouse they have inside there, but it's really like a throwback, like old school, like nice steakhouse. And
It's probably called like Huckleberry Steaks.
no, it's called like
You're so dumb, man.
that almost went over my head. Then it smacked. Yeah.
Come on, Blue.
I missed the call of the night too, guys. I'm getting very sleepy. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah.
Good night, James.
Absolutely.
Make sure I hit the right red button.
You do not do that again.
The bottom button, not the top one.
Not that one up there.
No.
Love y'all. See you.
Bye, James.
I'll be in the chat.
He's gonna go naked in his bathtub.
That dude cracks me up, man. That dude cracks me up.
Oh, Steve, best steak in Vegas. Without any of the BS, because there are those places they got all the stuff in the windows.
I'll say the God, what is it called? It's the restaurant at Excalibur.
Okay.
Pretty dang good, man. Pretty dang good. But then, where did I go to earlier this year when I saw Mariah Carey? What was that place called? So you're going there in like February, right?
Yeah.
Demonoc knows where this place is. This is like an old school Italian place called there's a lot of good steakhouses in Vegas for sure, man.
Yeah.
That's
And-
resort.
I've been to a couple. I'm just looking for maybe a different suggestion.
Yeah.
I was supposed to cook steak tonight for dinner, but I got home late.
I cooked Zoe steak for dinner today.
I bought these 3 tri-tip roasts that I always slice into steak. And I was going to do that today. But I spend all day marinating it. And then you leave it to come to room temperature. And then you grill it. And I didn't have time to do all that today.
I'll find the name of that place, but it's pretty good.
Marco said Gallagher's?
Is that it, Gallagher's Steakhouse?
Is that what it's called? The Steakhouse at Camelot? Inside I forget the name of it. Caliber, yeah.
Wait, but why am I not finding it?
Hash House for breakfast.
Oh, there it
You
is.
know where I think has an amazing breakfast is Paris Casino, Hotel Casino has their breakfast buffet is amazing.
All right, I got to check out Paris. Funny enough, I've been to Gallagher's. Gallagher's is legit.
Yeah.
I've been to the place that's at the top of the Eiffel Tower as well. I don't remember the name. The one
McDonald's.
The one in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Burger King.
Yeah. That
What are
place
you?
is good.
The Golden Steers classic.
Will you wait there, Sharif? Was called the Royale with cheese.
There's also wait, isn't Gallagher's in
That's where they smash the fruit.
the watermelons? I think Gallagher actually moved to New York.
No, he
Yeah.
passed away.
That's where it was. It's in New York, New York.
Yeah, Gallagher moved to New York, or no, they wouldn't have opened up another one.
He moved to heaven.
But I'm almost positive, in fact,
No, it is 100% in New York, New York. Because
I will find this here.
Sharif said 100%. Place your bets now, folks. Place your bets. 100%. Is Sharif correct?
Let's see if I can find my picture of. I'm almost positive. No, I mean you said it right. New York. That's what stands out to me anyway.
New York, New York. It's a heck of a town.
Let's see. Maybe I just type in Las Vegas in my picture.
Prime rib hash. That sounds good.
Yeah, if you dude, they have a salt-based restaurant now in New York, New York, as well.
Yeah, that I've heard that place is garbage.
I know. I was gonna say I've heard that place is absolute shit,
I'm sure I deleted that picture by now.
and it's super expensive too.
What if I just type in steak?
Did you say steak?
I'm trying to remember the color.
Steak.
Cakes and pies. Cakes and pies.
Ooh, I don't remember where this place was, but here's.
All right, I've never been to the Coliseum, but you said Windsor, it'd be a different story.
That was one of my favorite. I think this might be Cowichi's in. Where's info?
Josh.
Oh no, that's the steak at the Spokane Convention Center. Yeah. That's right. Prepared tableside.
I've always wanted to go to one of those restaurants where they make Cherry's Jubilee right next to the table.
Ooh.
One of my life goals to have that Cherry's Jubilee made right there.
You
And
know what?
also to try Cherry's Jubilee.
You know what the best tableside dessert is?
I'm guessing Cherry's Jubilee.
It is not. It is not good, but not the best. I'm going to go with Bananas Foster.
Ooh, yeah, that would be good too. They both get lit on fire. I have done the baked Alaskan. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Baked Alaskan, where they set the meringue on fire.
Yeah, that was good. I remember you
That's
guys.
a hilarious story. Jason, they brought out Jason, the tiniest little. Yeah, Cole, Bananas Foster, man.
If given the choice, I'd probably pull a Nuz and get both.
Farrell's was awesome.
Volcano ice cream.
Josh, you might know, what was the place that used to be inside Everett Mall that had the ginormous burger? I can't remember what the name of that place is for the life of me. I was just talking this the other day, and I'm almost positive it was inside the Everett Mall back in the day. A creme brulee is absolutely that's a statement. Mr. Bills, thank you, Mr. Bills.
Oh no!
After a good steak, I tend to go for something like a tiramisu with some coffee. I like to pick me up at the end of a heavy.
I do like a nice espresso patina, or cappuccino actually.
Yeah.
After a cappuccino after a nice steak is good. And I love a nice. I'm not a wine drinker, but a good Cabernet Sauvignon with a nice. If there was a medium, it's in between medium rare and rare, that's very nitpicky.
Yeah.
That's where I like it. Borderline
Medium
rare.
Yeah.
With a nice glass of wine, a red wine. Oh man,
I've come so far with my wines. I love a really punchy, strong red when I'm having a steak.
Just give me steak and a Coca-Cola.
Ugh.
now she's think about me. Everybody.
Crispy likes is a German chocolate cake and a cold glass of milk, yeah.
No.
So, speaking of espresso, did you guys see? I filmed my first commercial.
Yeah, dude. Like, oh hey, that got me. I was like, no way, he just did that. That was just the start.
I started eating tiramisu because of Michael Scott.
Yeah, Marcos. Yours is legit too.
Where is this? So for those of you that may not seen it, I'll play it here for you. I dropped some new on EDC Roundtable this week, and I decided to hold on. Let me pause the music.
Yeah.
Here we go. So you can't sleep, baby. I know that's that Stevie espresso. Oh, hello. I didn't notice you there. But you know what I am noticing? My lips are starting to get chapped from all this cold Pacific Northwest winter weather that we got rolling in. So I've incorporated into my EDC some Said Stevie cherry lip balm made from some very high quality ingredients. Comes in a very pocketable, slim tin, 0.5 ounce. You just slide the little lid open. Get yourself a little schmear. Hi. Very subtle, yet bold. Cherry flavor. Are you saying bold? My lips are feeling rejuvenated already. Yours can too. On sale now for $12. Available on edcroundtable.com. Stop by, pick yourself up some, and check out all the awesome vendors on EDC Roundtable. And let me know what you guys think. Appreciate the support. Deuces.
So good.
I did watch this one.
This is so good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Constant ice cold Coke all day, every day.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. An ice cold out of the bottle Coke or an ice cold can of Coke.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Watch lips are in.
He's Pavloving us. Every time he shows up, we're all like, My lips are a little dry right now.
Ding, ding, ding. I got to make more, though. I sold out.
That's awesome. Dang.
Sent some. Scotty Stills ordered some. Who else? I'm drawing a total blank.
By the way,
Forrest ordered some. Chromatic. Mike ordered some. Heyman ordered some.
It's Heyman.
What's that?
I haven't seen Heyman in a while.
Yeah.
how
Yeah, the
is
Mexico Coke's
doing, by
best.
the way?
They still use the palm or cane sugar.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, that cane.
All about that cane.
Thought it was cane, but it was gold medal flour. Reach under the sea from my papa. I was scared than a mother. Thank you, Ron. Ron, you got the patchouli, right? You got the Javon inspired special edition. But I will show you guys. I have here. I'm going to be adding 2 more on top of the 2 that I just added today. But
Big Red. What's up, Big Red?
So they're currently out of stock. However, I do have orange sherbet, just waiting for my labels to get in. And then I'm going to have peppermint. And then I'm going to do vanilla. And I think I might do grape.
I'm in for vanilla.
I'm in for mint and vanilla for Katie.
Yeah, it's going to be peppermint, not regular mint.
She likes all the mints.
What about a
Sure.
consider? Mint.
I don't like the strength of peppermint, but like spearmint and stuff, I'm all about that.
What up, Big Red? Welcome to the Red Kingdom. You know, I didn't realize that was an actual like football theme. I found that song when I first got one of Big Red's t-shirts. Someone was like, I don't even remember who now, but you know, man, I would love to make, so here is more boring than freaking HRC talk, but talking about making lip balms. I can make any flavor. I really can. Mostly any flavor. The problem is because they're smaller tins. I tried scaling my formula way down to just make like 1 or 2, and I could not get the ratio right. So I made a normal size batch, and so I have to make more now, and that makes 10 at a time. I don't know how long these will keep. I have to assume like I could, air or freeze pack them, or not freeze pack them, seal them, air seal them. But I have to really make 10 at a time. And I think that doing a guava or a mango would be great. I do not think that I would. Shane, I got to make more. It is officially sold out. Or no, there's 2 left in stock. But so I would love to make all the ones, but I also don't want to just have vacuums. Thank you. Why couldn't I think about that? What was I talking about?
Big Red, while Stevie figures out where his brain is. Check this out, Big Red. You were
Literally,
talking
what
about why you can't make everyone's flavors.
Oh, I was talking about lip balm. Oh my god. So, Shane. Am I officially sold out? Shane, you mofo.
Shane is a
Thank
mofo.
you. But yeah, so I don't want to just be sitting on, tons of lip balm. I don't want to make a batch of 10 that only sell one, So we'll see how it goes. I think maybe I will do featured or like a flavor of the month, maybe, do something like that, see how it goes.
Big Red. These are designed by a guy named Mr. Eddie. But yeah,
More Eduardo?
they're called whalers. He hand makes them. But yeah, they're designed to look like whaling harpoons. But you know what? These things are awesome in the kitchen.
That's where I've been using mine.
Yeah. I should so this one my mom bought, and then I have my own. This one though, yeah, this one is mine. Big Red, I should send it to you to check out. It's pretty cool.
I really like mine.
Yeah, Sharif has one too. This one's mine.
And just I would do it on a smaller scale. Maybe do just a 10 batch, just one batch of a.
That's
$150. $150 for a handmade knife.
Huh, Gino. I have to consider that.
This one, my mom. Full disclosure, I did not pay $150 for this one. This one we did.
You don't have to disclose that.
I said full disclosure, Stevie.
Yeah,
that means
you didn't
full disclosure.
How much did you pay for it then? Full disclosure.
He gave me a bro deal. I paid $115.
Ah, so for those of you that are not his bro, suck it.
Well,
Hey, sucker.
he said because I helped get a couple people interested in it.
Oh, and now you're telling people how awesome it is.
Yeah?
Interesting.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Because it is awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I just officially got my out of stock, Shane. 'Twas a success.
You know we be shilling for the homies. Come on.
I know. I know.
We always be shilling for the homies. We've literally been shilling for Orion knives like all night. Shilling for the homies.
I got you, Cheeto.
A shilling link. I don't think Mr. Eddie has those.
It's been a week of shilling for me. I have literally shilled all week. It's exhausting. Between promoting Roundtable and then the Lynch Northwest going on and and then my lip balm, I literally spent all week shilling.
Speaking of shilling, make sure you check out Lungbone Apparel, where you can get your shilling for my homies
for the
shirt.
homies.
Also available in tie-dye. But it actually looks good in whatever that purple one was. Looks good in that color.
Go back. Who's that chick?
What color did I just have? Black?
Oh, come on, dude.
She's doing the floss. But yeah. Ooh, is the black comes in big sizes. Purple doesn't. This is chocolate.
Talking about that got me last night got my channel put on limited monetization.
Talking about what?
Makes you grab your beef heart shirt.
Oh, I started talking about big black cocks. And yeah, it caught up with me, and it's a limited monetization and won't be recommended because of language. Inappropriate. I just turned the monetization off on it anyway. BBC and a crime.
I do not remember this shirt, but I like it.
Yeah, I gotta. I haven't ordered one yet. I got to though.
Go ahead and get your sock hop. Sock. Shirt.
What? What did you say?
That's a hard thing to say. Mississippi sock hop.
Maddie's got.
Oh, I think you know what's on my brain.
Yeah. You got a new Bizarro action figure? You know a BBC? Yeah, you know me. Who's down with BBC? All the last homies.
Too many glizzies. Not enough glizzies.
Too many glizzies, not enough time.
Here's a hint of what I had for lunch. What do you think was in this containment unit? I'll give you a hint. It's the same thing as this one.
I don't know.
It was hot dogs, Stevie. It was gas station hot dogs.
Oh.
Jalapeno cheddar. No, it wasn't 2 containment units of cum.
Oh.
Oh, I can't believe I said that word. That word's gross. I should think before I read words. But yeah, see that? That's how it went down. That looks like Vince's body.
How do you know?
I'm just saying.
I recognize that.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Big Red, you gotta join us.
My Google Photos is filled with so many different Mattisfaction.
Javon, if you stab me with that tiny knife, I will fold you. That's my favorite threat right there. See, I'm doing good work right there.
The Lord's work.
I am. Look at that outfit too. I got it. Look at that ring. Oh, you'll be at work. That's right. We're still setting up guest lists and stuff. It's gonna be fun though.
That's the original.
It'll be awesome. Oh, it's Elton John. I wonder why he had such good style.
Did you notice your hand in the thumbnail for tonight?
I saw the wiener knife. I gotta check the other hand then.
I was gonna put more Easter eggs in.
Oh,
there.
the gigantic hand.
I just ran out of time.
See, every time I look at the thumbnail, it's something new.
I was gonna try to put way more stuff in there. I
love it.
I ran out of time.
But yeah, I didn't realize you gigantified my hand. It's heavy now. This is a good thumbnail right here, though. I like Elton John.
I took my mother to see Elton John on God, what year was that? 1998. I paid like it was the first time I ever did something like super nice for my mother. Like got like middle row seats and went out to like a nice dinner and everything. And I spent, man, this was back then. I spent a lot of money. It was like $400 at the time. Now that concert would probably be like $1,200. But it was a really good, really good show.
I've never seen him live, but I heard he puts on a good show.
Yeah, I can get down with some Elton John.
I think no matter who you are, deep down, you like Elton John.
Yeah, maybe. I've seen Travis Tritt. One in the that's one of the most shame things ever.
Mom, I got these tickets for eating the hot wings.
Put on your good gloves tonight, Mama. We going to see Travis. Yeah. God, you know what's really good is the Bill Shatner spoken word Rocket Man.
Yes. That's classic.
Elton John is blind. You know what? Have you seen the theories going around
About
that,
Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder is not blind?
That's been for a long time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like, there's more and more stuff coming out. All these celebrities are coming out. Can you turn that down a little bit? They even have video clips of like him catching a microphone. Dang. Okay, that's impressive.
Do people even remember Chris Gaines? One of my first big shows. I went to Garth Brooks in 1991. Speaking of Chris Gaines, Garth Brooks at like peak Garth Brooks, where he's swinging from the lighting and everything. You know, it was, you know, prime Friends in Low Places during the Garth Brooks craze. And it was, at the time, I hated it. I hated my man. It was bad. I could not stand going. My mom would do that to me. One of her punishments was she would take me to see if I acted up. She would either make me go country line dancing with her and her friends, or bring me to a country show. But years later, I came to appreciate it. That was a weird era. That was, to me, that like country. There was a lot of good, like 1991, like early 90s country was like, there was some really obscure. Like, you guys know who Hal Ketchum is? Hal Ketchum was like an obscure country singer back in the early 90s that I still listen to every once in a while. I was probably conceived to Vicente Fernandez A-Track. Shane, one of the times, I forget what I did. I'll ask my mom if she can remember. But there's this place called Jerry Andel's Country Western Bar. And they would have smaller touring acts. And I got to see Nitty Gritty Dirt Band play Boot Scootin' Boogie. And had to do country line dancing to Boot Scootin' Boogie.
I hate country.
Let's go, girls. A why pick? But those were like literally the Achy Breaky Heart and Ice Ice Baby were like right around the same time. I'm willing to bet.
I like Jim Carrey's Vanilla Ice.
White Baby.
Kicking his shoe off.
Speaking of Vanilla Ice, I just saw him doing some commercial today. I forget what it was. I put on my shit kickers and kick some shit.
Demon Hawk.
Yo, what up, Demon?
Yeah, so to me, it's funny. I really, when I think of country music, I think of riding in my grandpa's pickup truck listening to 8-track and like old school Willie Nelson and Conway Twitty and Merle Haggard. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Turtle Pie.
What?
Turtle Pie.
Turtle Pie. But yeah, Willie Nelson, man, there's so much good Willie Nelson, really. But like old school countries, I mean, it's good music, man. But then you hit, you know, like the early 90s country with the Garth Brooks and, you know, the Judds and like that era. And then country just kind of became like pop music. You know, it was just pop music with a slide guitar.
Yeah.
And it got, you know, I started, you know, being just like everyone else where I can't stand country, but like really I can. Like I can get down with country. Yeah, Hank Williams, I'll say Hank the Third. Yeah, that era, you know, the good old days. I get down with some Paul Anka too. Lucas Nelson. Okay. But yeah.
Ooh, yeah, slide guitar.
I like the slide of a steel guitar. I like the moan.
The only country I've really liked is that newer dude, Colton, young guy with the crazy voice. He
Johnny Cash.
No. The guy, he came out recently.
Oh, Sia.
Yeah, Sia, exactly.
Yeah.
Or no, you know what? No, it's not Sia. Sorry, I'm confusing Sia with Glorilla. She's been hitting the
Gorilla?
Yeah,
that is.
She's been hitting the country scene like crazy.
Troy, I was listening to John Denver today. I've said many a time.
Thank you.
One of my favorite Christmas albums since I was a kid is John Denver and the Muppets. I think it's called A Family Christmas or Christmas Time Family. I don't know what the actual name is, but that's a good
And the
album.
Otters Jug Band Christmas.
No, that's a movie.
Oh, sorry.
You don't have to apologize for it.
I already did. So, I mean, take it or leave it.
I know, but I'm just saying you don't have
It's out there. You can pick it up or you can just ignore it and keep on walking. Your choice, man.
A Christmas Together is what it's called.
You guys ever see that Sesame skit where someone took the count singing but bleeped out the word count? You guys ever see that?
No.
What?
No.
I used to laugh so hard. Because all I did was just bleep out the word count, but man, you've never heard it?
Crispy, I bet you every time you West Virginia, Mount Mama.
Take me home.
Is that your theme song, Crispy?
Rabla.
No.
I can see Crispy. Mount Mama. Yeah, I have no idea what are you looking for it, Maddie?
I can. You've never seen the count censored?
I mean, I said no.
Yeah, but
Just kidding. Gotcha.
you're also
I've seen it
fairly
like 5 times.
sarcastic. I just
I've seen
want
it
you
like 5 times.
he yelled it right now.
Yes. Oh.
I don't
Are you-
think Crispy has neighbors.
No, that's the thing. They heard him from, 5 acres away.
They're probably singing with them.
That's the call of his people.
Are you ready for this?
I don't know. Let me stop the music.
I saw this years ago. Like, when was this posted? 16 years ago.
We get it. You're cool. You're ahead of the time.
16 years ago. All they did was censor the word count, but here you go. I'll just play that, but I wasted 30 seconds of Stevie's life.
Oh man.
There it is.
It's like he was saying,
Do I know? It could have been any word.
it could have been anything, man, but that's a good one, dude.
I hate you, Stevie.
Oh,
Oh, we
Man.
don't monetize these lives at all. Every time we end a live, we immediately get an email. We can't monetize it because of this.
have you ever seen the Muppets Beastie
Hey.
Boys?
Last time I share anything joyful with you, Shane.
What? Come on, man. Don't do that.
No. From now on, I shall keep my secrets.
Here's another good one.
You know what I like most about that? Is all three of those Muppets don't even speak proper
Right.
English at all.
At all.
And they're singing like that country music just now. I think that's the funny part.
It doesn't work when you try to be a sarcastic smartass.
I wasn't
really
trying
doesn't.
to be. I was saying I like that because that
You
was the
think that you
Swedish
can
Chef,
front? You think
and
that
that
you can
was.
front when Revelation comes?
I don't even know what you just said. It's not Revelations yet.
You can't front on that.
Front on what?
That
Should I turn around? I can't turn around in this space.
you can, Bright Eyes.
Bright eyes.
Oh,
He's
that
using words
reminds
with me,
me.
Katie.
All right, let's just get this whole thing shut down. Have you ever seen
Song titles? Those are song titles?
literal
All those things you said?
interpretation?
You just dropped the baby. Don't drop the baby. Were those BC Boy songs?
That was, yeah. Have you ever seen like the literal interpretation videos?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen the total eclipse of the heart? Literal interpretation video?
Bring that up, Jamie.
I don't know if it's going to be as funny to y'all as I think it is, but
Well, you guys laughed heartedly at the count. Tough crowd.
we'll play the whole 5 minutes, but
They want the link for it.
okay. There's a bunch of these.
What else they got? That was good.
Oh, hold on. This might be the best one. I forgot about this one. Yeah, these are great, man.
Midgets don't fall like we do, and it's hilarious.
Here's the for the total eclipse of the heart. Yeah, those are so good, man. And those are old too. I think those are like 15 years old.
This is gonna stick with me for a long time.
Dude's jaws rocking like swing set. Yeah.
Oh man.
And okay, one more.
I'm down for a few more. That's hilarious.
Why not? Here's another good one.
I almost got fired over falling. I need to hear this story. I'm adding it to Shane's questions. Oh, here we go.
God, this is a way longer intro than I remember.
Reading a book. Lady brings a new cup of coffee, peeking the window. She would rather keep on reading. Look at the frame. There's a handsome guy inside this comic. Close up eyes. And comes down. Sketchy.
All right. Not as good as the other ones. But yeah, I love those things, man. They have one for Love is a Battlefield. Okay. They have Meatloaf Anything for Love.
Yes, now
Okay.
make it so.
All right, we have to watch this one. Are we boring the crap out of people?
I think people are loving it.
Across the universe.
All right, I can't take any more of this.
No,
It
they
goes
were
on way
interesting.
It goes
They were
on way
great
too long.
entertainment.
Unlike Demonog, I love that song. I
Uh,
like Meatloaf though.
I want to
I
start
think
the
it's a-
story by pre-apologizing to anyone who has height impaired family members or loved ones. But
If there's a midget in your family, now's the time to put
It's
earmuffs
time
on.
it's time to turn this off. All right, so when I worked at the car lot, my very last job, we had this delivery driver from O'Reilly's. His name was James. James came up to about my hip, and he was one of those, one of those thick little midgets. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? He was thick, and
He's one of them thick little midgets.
yeah,
They
had like 4x4 blocks that they used large radiator hose clamps to clamp the blocks to the pedals for him. Anyway, man, James could have drawn a check, but James worked. You know what I mean? I had respect for James. And he comes in one day to drop some parts off, and like it was always hilarious because the arms are short too, so they're not very good at carrying packages.
Stop.
He comes in, and down towards the end, the sidewalk in front of our building, when it goes from concrete to gravel, there was just this little spot where the silt would settle right at the end of the concrete. And if it rained, dude, that spot got slick as out shit, man. I've like skated on it several times. So I'm standing out front with my boss, and James comes in and drops off a battery. He's holding it like this. It's about to touch the ground. Anyway, he comes in and he drops off a car battery. And he goes to leave when he hits that spot, dude. His feet come out from under him. And it was the greatest fucking moment of my life, dude. I've never seen anything more glorious. His little feet come out from under him sideways. And he goes down and he lands on his little hip. And they can't bend. So he's just running in place and waving his arms in this little muddy spot. And I go running over there because my boss thinks I'm going to help him up. And I just grab him by the ankle and fucking spin him like a top.
That's not what I was.
That is the greatest moment of my entire life. I've never laughed out. My boss was like, "You fucking asshole! I thought you was gonna help him up." And I was like, "I hope he never gets." Oh my god, dude! That's the best day ever. You'll never have a day at work like that.
Oh my god! Oh my god! You zigged when I thought you were gonna zag, dude.
What do you think I was gonna say?
Not that.
Anything to that.
Anything else?
Right.
Dude, it never even crossed my mind to do the right thing. Like as soon as I saw it, I knew what I had to do. And what's crazy was like he never deviated like where he was. He just spun on his hip bone. Oh my god, it was so funny, dude.
Oh, Shane.
Oh my god.
And he wasn't mad at me, dude. Me and James were boys,
He was used to it.
Yeah, so I called his boss. what had just happened? And he was like, "Dude, I'm gonna have to call HR or something." I was like, "No, man, it's all good."
Oh man,
Been him like a top.
that was a plot twist. Like I come running over there,
Like I didn't help him up.
grabbed his foot.
Dude, I'm not even allowed to tell that story around my wife, dude. She hasn't looked at me the same since.
That's the appropriate. I was going to say, after that one, I don't know if I can continuously defend my friendship with you, Shane.
Dude, if you ever get the chance to spin a midget, dude, don't pass it up. You will never forgive yourself. Oh god, man, my stomach hurts. I'm laughing so hard.
So if you're ever in a position to spin
As
midget,
soon as you pulled up that video and I saw that midget, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh man, hey, you're all coming with us, by the way.
Yeah, we warned you, dude. Y'all had the chance to leave.
We know where we're heading now. Bettina said it earlier. We're all going.
wow.
I wouldn't have done that till a stranger or something if I didn't know them. But oh my god, man.
You gotta know that midget pretty well to spin him like a top.
Step one: befriend a midget.
But me spinning is honestly not the best part of the memory. It's just him laying there, like running in place on his side and waving his hand. I don't know, dude. I've never seen, because up until that moment, I didn't realize that midgets don't fall like we do. It's a completely different.
They don't.
They
No.
don't.
Yeah, it's a completely different set of physics. Oh, here we go.
They don't fall the same. They don't fall the same.
How do you make Shane piss himself when a midget's falling?
Oh my god. Now just imagine if somebody right here had grabbed him by the ankle and just spun the fuck out of him. He wouldn't even be in pain anymore. He'd forget all about it.
Oh, man.
Oh my god,
Man,
It's true. That guy tumbled like a brick.
yeah,
there's a version of
On
that.
his head once.
they're not very flexible.
They're not.
They're not. But they did not call you that night I was at the wrestling thing.
Yes.
I sent you pictures of Little Papa Pump.
Yeah.
Little Papa Pump was James's buddy.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, because they all know each other.
Yeah.
But he was like a big deal around here, dude, in the
Yeah.
wrestling thing.
Well, they're the micro wrestlers.
Yeah. Yeah. But unfortunately, that didn't get big until Little Papa Pump had done got too old and his body was too beat up. Dude. He put
He
himself
passed away
through,
not too long ago.
yeah, he put himself through hell just trying to make a living. But dude, when he come in, the guys, it was like a Royal Rumble. There's like 9 grown men in the ring, and it's kind of lame because it's a very small independent show. And all of a sudden, you hear this music start playing, and Little Papa Pump comes running out of the back with this little miniature leather weight belt in his hand. He's got it folded in half in his hand, and he jumps up and slides under the bottom rope and comes up and just starts whipping people's asses with that little leather belt, dude. One guy falls down on his hands and knees, and he jumps up on him, riding him like a pony, dude. It was the greatest show I've ever seen. It was so good. And I go over and I ask him, and I was like, because I'd heard he was retired, and he's like,
The Lollipop Guild.
yeah, so they had him come back for that night, and I was like, dude, what do they pay you for this? Because it's not enough. He was like, man, I got paid $20 to be here. And I just reached in my pocket, took all that cash I had. I think I had like $87 in my pocket, and just tipped him for creating that moment. But
Tipped him over.
he probably wouldn't have approved of me spinning James like that, though.
I can't imagine many of them would.
No, them. Can you imagine if Pocket Metal was here right now? Oh, I hope he never watches this.
Well, I don't, folks. I think that's. I don't know how we could go out on a better note than that.
Yeah, I think this is it.
I have to say, all the backlash we get from allowing this to happen, condoning this, it's worth it.
100%. I'm still mad that I missed the episode that Maddie took down. I'm never going to get to see it. I'm so mad about that.
Yeah, but
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you, Shane.
I'd really like to see a so I spun him like a top lung bone t-shirt. Yeah, I think that's a good way to sign off, everybody.
Sorry, y'all.
No, Shane. That's quite all right. You spun me right round, baby, right round. Yeah.
God. Yeah, Patina's right. If somebody had done me that way when I fell out of the shower at Blade Show, that'd be pretty funny. That was so embarrassing, dude. I didn't fall in the shower. I fell out of it.
Out of the shower.
Hit the toilet. Hit the toilet and spun it 90 degrees. So the toilet was facing the sink and landed in the floor on my back, covered in soap. Oh, it was.
There was a big indent in the register.
Where my elbow hit it. Yeah, it caved in the little. Is that what those are called? Registers?
Yeah.
Little vents. Yeah. And then Vance, for the next 3 days, was scared to death that Airbnb was going to sue him for the repair on the toilet. I just spun it back around where it was. It was fine.
It wasn't. It's not fine.
No, it's not.
It's not. They definitely had to hire someone to come over.
Absolutely, they did.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, well, all right, guys.
All righty.
See you.
Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. And
PW Fun Works.
Yeah, what up, P and Dubs?
You want to hear a good story? Go back 10 minutes.
Yeah. That I feel I've never felt so good about laughing at something so wrong.
Oh, it caught you off guard.
Yes.
The way he said it, like, oh, he's gonna help. No, he's not gonna help that guy. I grabbed his foot and spun him.
Spun him like a top, he said. And we all laughed. Any hoodles. On that note, naked midget hugs. Between that and Crispy waking up the county with Mount Mama. Oh,
good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Hope you feel better, Ed, Javon, Crispy, Paul, Josh. Josh, we got breakfast this weekend if you're ready. Patina, Ground Fog, P and Dubs, Jay, everyone that Troy. Appreciate you, mofos, and we will we'll talk to you guys soon. Nighty night. This is a very, very good ice cream.